Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Taylor University Esports Club Rocket League 2v2 tournament. It is a beautiful Saturday night, and we are ready to witness a thrilling encounter between 7 extremely talented teams in what is often called the most exciting esport in the world. My name is Drew Anderson. I am a current alumnus broadcasting, socially distanced, of course, from Waco, Texas, alongside Tucker Germain, and we are actually ready to go here in a best-of-3 series between 2 decent teams in Albert United and Tornado Plants. Tucker, what do you envision happening in this match, and in fact in this whole series?
Well, Drew, I envision a close match, seeing how, you're miss right there. As both teams are evenly matched in the rankings.
I do agree with that. So far, it appears that Albert United is having a decent advantage. Justin puts it just off the back wall, but just to the left-hand side of the post. It appears that the Tornado Plants are playing a little bit more defense here, and that may cost them early. The aggressiveness of Albert United is certainly looking dangerous right now.
This is
D.D. Gibson and Infinite Steps. That is a double commit there. Justinator punished. He hits it back towards the goal, and that will be punished immediately. That was a poor decision, really, by the Tornado Plants, and Justinator makes sure they pay for it.
Yeah, it looks like Steps went up for boost, and then Gibson just kind of tossed it into the midfield, and Justinator didn't take advantage of that one.
Back underway here, the Infinite Steps, and Walton will challenge for it. Gibson hits it hard down the wall into the corner for Justin to play it off, but again, well done by Gibson here. He plays it centrally and just cleared out by Albert. Back in by Infinite Steps, slightly off the wall, and a good demo there by Justinator to at least eliminate one of the dangerous plays, but then he passed it right to him, and Infinite Steps missed a shot here. It is now bouncing around midfield. Colby Walton tries to bring it forward, blocked well by Infinite Steps. He will do his best to clear, although it's really accomplished by Team Albert United. And Gibson here with a good shot, and it was off target slightly, but a decent save, again, by Albert. Justinator taking it up the right flank here. Gibson got in the way, but it rebounds right back towards it, and he cannot get back in time. Justinator with his second goal of the match on his second shot of the match. And 3:16 into this one, it is 2-0 to Albert United.
Yeah, that's always a tough. Gibson was kind of in a tough spot there. A lot of players at that level want to just try to bank it as hard as you can off that, and just kind of bounce off top of his car. And unfortunately, into the right side of the goal,
Gibson and Infinite Steps here need to get going somehow or other. Infinite Steps tried to play it off the wall, can't quite. Gibson now, good communication there, and looks like the rotation is fairly solid. He will try to center it, blocked off once by Justinator. Colby Walton tries to get there as well, but Infinite Steps is too late as the ball is cleared by Walton. Gibson now, however, plays it back into the corner. Good save there at first, but the rebound is put just wide by Infinite Steps. Gibson not quite, maybe a little too close into good damage. Gibson drives back, good save by Walton. He read that very well.
Good pressure by the Tornado Plants here.
Indeed, the Justinator looking to end that pressure immediately. Good save by Gibson off an intended double tap there. He almost pulled it off well. G.D. Gibson getting boost on the wing, trying to go out for it, challenged by Walton and saved by Justinator. It appears that the Tornado Plants are garnering a little bit more confidence here as they work their way into the game. Gibson, however, just missed that and accidentally centered it nicely. Walton does get the rebound, but that is pushed out, saved nicely, but not cleared. Justinator back off the wall, ran on a boost, however, as he flew through the air. Walton will push it back into the corner, but that will pretty much end the attack as the ball goes back out towards midfield. What have you seen from both teams so far 3 minutes into the game?
Well, I mean, you see Albert United with 2 goals here, but I'm liking what I've been seeing as of late, especially when they're on offense from Tornado Plants. They seem to be able to generate at least a few quality good looks that if had one little thing that could change, they would have won the back of the net.
Indeed, good bounce off of the other team there by Gibson, but Walton just gets back in time. Infield Steps, however, stops the onrushing man by being there in time as well. Gibson now will take it back around the corner and attempt to bring it forward. That won't quite work out, but he does dribble past one and now has a 1v1 with Walton. However, he also has no boost, and that's not going to help him at all. Walton's going to use clearance. Infinite Steps will try to get it off the wall. Will do so successfully. We are down to just below 1 minute in game one, and that is an excellent demo. But then just made it a little bit too high, and Gibson can't punish him, however, as he flies over the ball. And right now we are looking at quality Rocket League right here, I would say.
Little game of wicky right there.
Good shot here, but just off the post again. Walton there to save it. Walton will attempt to bring the ball around. Gibson in his way. 30 seconds now left. Ball kind of stuck on the Tornado Plant side, but Gibson trying to dribble it inside. Good save by Justinator. As he gets to clear all the way down. He will play it off the wall, slightly off the wall. That tripped up both of them, and, well, he didn't shoot it, and it ends up working out. An interesting decision there not to bury it, but Coleman Walton must have called him off. And in the end, he managed to get a good double touch and evade both players on the Tornado team to make it 3-0 to Elbert United, and it looks like game one is going to the Orange team.
Indeed, it almost looked like a almost unintentional mind game, but if it was intentional, it was like a 100 IQ mind game there.
Indeed, good ball off the wall here, and almost another chance for Elbert, but not quite to beat. Infinite Steps and Gibson will just kind of bring it around, but Justinator getting in the way, and now they do have a fourth. With no time left on the clock. Oh yeah, definitely. Gibson tried to play it off the wall, but ended up passing it straight to Justinator, who put it in a wide open net. And the series, which is the best of three, is now 1-0 in favor of Elbert United. We would like to take this time to let everyone watching know that this event is actually being hosted and produced by Taylor students and Taylor alumni, as I am one of. It is quite often done, actually, for the Taylor University Gaming and Esports Club to host their own events and have students and alumni work together to put it on and make a very enjoyable experience for all involved. So I've often heard Rocket League called the best esport in some ways, certainly the most exciting. But for the people who don't know it as well, I've heard it called FIFA with cards. And I would have to say, as a FIFA lover myself, it is very true. There's a sense in where sometimes when I'm playing, I'll be like, how could this game not be scripted? But at the same time, it does come down often to each player's skill. As we get going with game 2 out of 3 between these two. Colby Walton, an interesting miss there. Justinator tries to clear, but doesn't get a lot on it. Gibson tries to center. Walton will clear it out, and a good opportunity now for Elbert United early on here, but Gibson is back to make sure that doesn't happen too much. Played off the wall. An unlucky bounce, and that is an own goal.
Yeah, that seemed to be... Tornado Plant just seemed to be the victim of just getting caught up in kind of an awkward situation with the edge. Ooh, and it went off from Steps to Gibson and just kind of off the right from the net. And
Indeed, Steps looked like he tried to make the save at the last second, but wasn't quite able to in time. Steps and Walton will challenge for that one. Justinator was cheating up a bit, hoping it would come back to him, but he's back in plenty of time. Gibson roaring down the wing now, but he's tipped over his head by Justinator along the wall. Infinite Steps back into the corner where Walton is waiting to clear it back out. Colby Walton tries to get it. Oh wait, that was not the good redirect aerially there. Justinator tries to finish, but Gibson is waiting for him with an easy save. Walton plays it hard off the wall. Will try to go get this one again, but it is just not quite the right angle for him. Infinite Steps will do his best to bring it forward, and Gibson will knock it back. Good bump there to knock him off. Gibson flips it up. Infinite Steps, can he get past Walton? He cannot. Walton again playing good defense, and the one thing I will say is as another goal goes in, Colby Walton dribbles down past both players who had both committed to the offense there. Elbert United is playing solid defense.
Yeah, I would agree, Drew. They're able to capitalize on the space that they're given from the aggressiveness of Tornado Plants as they're both pushing up. Because I mean, rightfully so, they're looking for goals because they're playing from behind. But it's coming back to bite them.
Indeed. based on the ratings of these four players, really, it makes sense the way the game is going so far. Albert United is made up of, for sure, a Diamond 3, and it appears his teammate Justinator, I believe. Oh no, sorry, Walton was the unknown. Common Walton appears to be also a good Diamond 3, or perhaps better. The other two are Diamond 2 for Gibson. That seems to be no, that is the right one. It also appears we have a different team because that is not the right thing. Interesting. So, it appears that the Tornado players are not actually who we thought they were, as Gibson here puts it in the net to make it a 2-1 game. They are going to try to come back to it. Cody Walton got up. Just wasn't able to get there in time. Gibson got higher and got in faster. It will be Gibson and Walton challenging for this one. Walton wins it, plays it forward off the top of the ceiling. Oh, Infinite Steps, a rare mistake there, and Justinator makes sure he pays. But Gibson makes sure his team doesn't yet. Justinator fires it back towards goal. Infinite Steps missed again, and this time it does cost his team a 3-1.
Yeah, I kind of got to wonder if the are playing a factor in here, because it is a best of 3, so this is an elimination game, so that might have something to do with it. But I mean, everyone misses few every once in a while. So.
Indeed. Albert United is actually made up of 2 prospective students coming in. One of them is a high school senior, and possibly looking to come for two kids really, and he is just a guy who likes to seek the Lord. However, in this case, he seems to be fairly good at seeking the ball as well.
Yes, indeed.
Roughly, Gibson tries to play it forward, that is knocked back, and again, the attacking necessity right now of Tornado plans are requiring them to commit men forward, and that is costing us. Albert United is making them pay for the deadly counterattack. Walton puts in yet another goal.
Yep, it seems like Justin had a nice center, and Walton's right on that. They seem to be so in sync. Their communication seems to be on point tonight, as they're talking to each other, getting passes out to where the other ways, and they're responding to each other and being able to bury it 4 times during this game.
It is excellently done, and a very interesting scoreline so far. But given the fact that Albert did win the first game, it does make sense. 4-1. However, here's a miss, and Gibson just cannot get it in. Infinite Steps was maybe waiting. He'll try to get it back towards the goal as both Albert players committed, but he's not quite able to. Walton is pushed up the wall. Well done there to keep him out of position. Justinator tried to come for that one, was not able to, but gets boost in the corner, clears it out. Only as far as Infinite Steps, he fires it back towards the goal. Easy save by Justinator. He'll take it back up the left flank now. Gibson challenges him and cancels his attack out. It is now bouncing around somewhere around the midfield, and Infinite Steps is beaten to it by Walton. Gibson up the wall. Walton waits for him, but misses it on the wall. However, here comes that commit again, and good save by Infinite Steps to be back. Or, I should get a good thing, sorry.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Go on.
Sorry, joking. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Despite what the scoreline is showing, I do see flashes of Justinator puts another one in here for Albert United. I am liking what I'm seeing out of Tornado plans. It looks like some of the decisions may not be the best for the certain situation, but they do have flashes of like they recognize the wrong moves and they're going for it, and so with maybe some more mechanical improvements, you can see these guys come back later with more vengeance.
Indeed, and it would also seem to me that their rotation may need a little bit of work too, but that can be easily ironed out on either the practice course or via voice chat and really learning together with good chemistry. Gibson is a hard off the wall, and Walton misses it, and that will be 5-2 now.
Beneficiaries of just kind of an awkward miss.
Indeed, Albert looked like he got caught up on the wall trying to play one way, and the problem if you're on the wall is getting down to the floor and up is not easy if you have to do it really fast. He was not able to, and he was punished. Infinite Steps here will win the 50-50 ball in the midfield. Gives a good clearance around, but Walton this time stays on the wall, stays home, and holds them off. Walton looked like he was trying to pass there, but a really good bump by Gibson to make sure he wasn't quite able to get it all the way, but that's a good centering effort by Justinator. Walton not quite ready for it, still pops that up in the air, and that is very by Just Commander, putting it just inside the left post, getting up just over Infinite Steps, who was doing his best after getting boost to get back, but not in time. 6-2, 30 seconds to play.
That was a well-placed shot by Justin, as I saw the defender was coming in from the left side. He decided to just put it past us. We had no chance of even hitting it or bouncing it off on the accident save.
Indeed. The winner of this series, which appears at this point to be Albert United, will go on to face the team called Enigma, made up of actually Mateo, as DB Gibson puts one in here to make it 6-3 and get a consolation. Enigma is made up of Mateo, who is the current president of Taylor Esports and the captain of the Rocket League team, as well as being a grand champ. And his brother, actually Mason, who is also a grand champ and a prospective student. The chemistry there is going to be really fun to watch, although we aren't going to get to stream that game right away. However, it seems to be possibly a very good upcoming match between Albert and Enigma, as another consolation here by Gibson. It appears Albert may have just kind of given it up and just said whatever.
Yeah, they're probably already looking forward to the next series.
Enigma did get a bye in the first round, and they will be fresh. Although, in this game, it may be better to come in and not fresh, because then you have some experience and no major rust happening. Infinite Steps, maybe would have put another one in there, but that is game. That is series. A 2-0 series win in the best of 3 for Albert United over Tornado Plants. They will advance to face Enigma in the next match. So far, it is a quite good tournament at this point. It is notable that there are only 7 teams participating. This is significantly lower than the last amount of teams we had, where we had nearly 31 teams, I think, in the last Rocket League tournament. Also a very good tournament. That one also went till 1 a.m., and I will say a positive about having fewer teams is it's much shorter. You get to bed earlier, but also you still have the same amount of quality.
Yes, indeed.
It'll be a good match, whatever happens in there.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of Tornado Plants. We can see if they can make a run in the lower bracket here.
Indeed. The next game will be Unfinished Business versus Flourish. Big Overload was just disqualified, apparently did not show up. And Unfinished Business and Flourish will be a very, very, very good match, I think. Flourish is made up of 2 champs, Champ 2 and Champ 1. Shy Valor and Flash, both juniors, but from Sammy and Wingips. And hopefully that rivalry between those 2 dorms will not create too much of a rivalry on the Rocket League court here.
Yeah, let's hope so.
The other team, Unfinished Business, is made up by Wanted Coma and LaBoost, whose actual names are Joel and Mitch. They are also from Wingips and Sammy. But LaBoost is on the Taylor Esports Rocket League team. They are both grand champs. And Wanted Coma, among other things, claims that birds are not real. That is a very interesting maneuver.
It's interesting, especially because their cars are always up in the air. You'd almost think that they themselves were the birds.
That is true, and perhaps that is his argument for it. His shoe size is also surprisingly small, at only 10. But I suppose when you're a grand champ, it doesn't really matter.
All that matters is your fingers and how agile you are in your control.
And also your wheel size, I suppose, at that point, if you're driving a car that has a soccer ball on it. We would like to take this time to note that Rocket League is now free to play on all platforms. Back when I bought this game, it was like at least $10, maybe $20. It was kind of annoying to pay for it. But Epic Games has now made it totally free. And if you want it and you have an Xbox, PlayStation, or a computer, which I'm guessing most of you have a computer if you're watching this right now, then you can play Rocket League as well. And you can go to your local store to download that.
And I believe for those console players out there, I believe if you're on PlayStation or Switch, you do not need to have the online service to be able to play online matches in Rocket League.
That is also a good thing. We would also like to note that the Taylor Esports Club will be hosting more tournaments and be streaming those tournaments over the next few months. And especially in this time of COVID, it is a welcome change, I think, to watch some good esports gaming. And Taylor University, while small, is certainly mighty in that area. In fact, Mateo, who is one, as I mentioned before, the president of Taylor Esports, has also been contracted by the company that makes Rocket League to run these college tournaments. So we may be small for Taylor, but we are mighty, and Taylor Twitch will certainly be broadcasting more tournaments as the year progresses.
I don't know about you, Drew, but I'm excited for that. That's going to be amazing.
I will be thrilled to hopefully be able to announce some of them as well, but if nothing else, even watching them. Perhaps Tucker, what are some of the upcoming tournaments?
I actually do not know.
Well, I know there was a Smash one happening a couple weeks ago that was actually broadcast live at Taylor University in front of a packed, sold-out, socially distanced crowd in the Rediger Chapel. And it would not shock me if something like that happens again with some upcoming tournaments. Were you there for that one, Tucker?
I was not.
We're not there.
I was utilizing the online looking and socially distancing and everything, appreciating it from afar.
That is wise. I am doing the same thing right now, although for me it's more or less a necessity. And folks, it looks like we are just about ready to go here in what is going to be a cracking match. We have Flourish versus Unfinished Business. I think here it's advantage Unfinished Business just because you have two grand champs against the Champ 2 and Champ 1. But at that level, the teams are so even. We are still doing a best of 3 series here, and we are underway. One Tacoma and Shy Valley are both go in. Laboost and One Tacoma are currently the blue team. They will be representing Unfinished Business, while Flourish is made up of Shy Valor and Flash. For those of you watching Laboost here, good chance early and scores early as well. I'm not certain. One Tacoma came through and cleaned out Shy Valor brilliantly, and N-Flash was not able to react in time. Excellent teamwork there. And for two players that are very good, and I think both play on the Taylor University Esports Rocket League team as well, that chemistry may help. N-Flash here, good play towards the goal, but One Tacoma managing to get back in time with enough boost. Missed the next option though. The boost also misses the hit, however. And Shy Valor, who was kind of coming up from the back, will do his best to hit it towards the middle. Good challenge there in midair by both players. N-Flash tries to get the double tap on, but he loses reach and they'll plays it towards the right corner. One Tacoma demos one man. Can he finish? Plays it off the back wall, and Laboost is waiting there to bury it for 2. Less than a minute in, Laboost has 2 goals on 2 shots. And it is an early lead for Unfinished Business, who, if I recall correctly, last year had Unfinished Business to take care of.
Indeed, it looks like a game, Drew, that we saw in that last game, or last match, that we saw that awkward position right on the side of the post. It's always such a weird way to even really good players like this have sometimes struggle with that.
Indeed, Shy Valley gets up top. N-Flash tries to redirect towards the goal, but only plays it off the back wall. Laboost was waiting there and somewhat ready, but he will come by, get loose, try to demo N-Flash, can't quite get there, but gets enough on it to knock it back to his partner, One Tacoma, who will try to fly through the air here and do so somewhat successfully, but read well by Shy Valor to take it away. N-Flash takes it forward, Laboost tries to hit it up, but may have gotten a little too high there, although he will try to air dribble and not quite be able to. Shy Valor reads it well and takes it back towards the right side of his attack, where One Tacoma is waiting to play it back off the wall. N-Flash knocks it forward now, way towards the Unfinished Business goal, but Laboost well read again off the wall. One Tacoma looked like he's trying to shoot this. He may try to double tap this, but not quite able to, as it was read really well by N-Flash. Shy Valor here is trying to dribble it off the top of his car. Laboost, good defense there against a good dribbler. N-Flash puts it into the corner. Laboost knocks it back around, and this is off the wall. He misses it. One Tacoma, good save there. So far, both teams look like they have good rotations going. One Tacoma here playing it well off the wall, and then Flash read that really well. If he missed that, they were in. One Tacoma getting back again on Shy Valor. The boost trying to hit it back towards the middle, but not quite able to, and One Tacoma will clear. And clear again with a nice little redirect. Shy Valor is getting back now, trying to rotate well. N Flash misses the aerial, and the boost will take it forward for unfinished business. However, good demo there by N Flash. That pretty much nullifies the entire attack for unfinished business. Another tough wall play. He'll try not to back for the boost, but read very well by Flirst. One Tacoma plays it hard off the wall, but it comes off the ceiling. He will try to get back down and not be able to in time. Shy Valor reads it well and have the deficit.
Wow, Shy Valor, nice, very well played shot. Took a good approach to that. And he kind of looks like he's on the right side of the ball there, so looks like he sent it to the left side of the net, kind of between both defenders, and a very well placed shot.
Now, I will say on that play, One Tacoma seemed to be waiting up top above his own net, possibly wanting to come down and make a save. Was that a wise move in that scenario, though?
I don't know. It seemed like he was there pretty early, and so sometimes when you're up there, you're always thinking, yes, I can read this, but sometimes you just have the extra layer of like velocity starting downward and the jumping, and it can be kind of a tough thing. So it shows. I think it shows a little bit of confidence in their abilities, and that may or may not be good going forward.
A good opportunity there. It looked like it could have been a 2v1, but the pass did not work out, and Flush gets all the way back. One Tacoma now bringing it along the wall. Well played towards the goal, but N Flash is waiting to bring it back. One Tacoma, however, gets in the way of the attempted clearance. The boost goes up for it, but too high off the backboard. Another good demo. That time One Tacoma took out somebody. Shy Valor tries to bring it forward along the wall. Again, met well. N Flash, good jump there, but just to the right of the goal. It goes. Shy Valor wanting to come through, and will end up demoing One Tacoma. It is now 1v2 if the boost can get forward. He cannot read well again by N Flash, preventing any dribbling. And tries to go for it, but misses the aerial. The boost reads it well, and he bring it up the left side for unfinished business. 1 minute now remains in this first game of the best of 3 series. This is the semifinal match for the undefeated bracket so far. The losers bracket will also have a thing. N Flash makes a mistake there and misses it, but a really kind bounce in the end for his team. As if it came off the wall at all, it probably would have been buried by boosters. One Tacoma, good centering effort there, but not quite enough on it to do much with it. Shy Valor takes it up the wall. His team now has 30 seconds to try to tie it. Good ball into the middle, but Tacoma is there to bring it out. However, read well again by N Flash. The boost will be all the way back and takes it forward. Aerial he dribbles at one. N Flash misses that wall bounce again, a tough bounce at that point. And One Tacoma demo Shy Valor, that might be it for Flush. The boost is waiting for it, and he will bring it forward. Maybe trying to pad the stats a bit, but that is game. A 2-1 victory for unfinished business over Flush.
Yeah, it looked like unfinished business came out hot, but as the game went on, it seemed like Flush was starting to get a little bit more control, kind of feel out their opponents and see what they were able to do, and they seemed like to be controlling midfield a little better, and were able to put together a couple good looks and bury one.
Indeed. We saw last Rocket League tournament, actually, momentum plays a huge role in these series, and it will remain to be seen now if momentum will play a role in this three-match series. Sorry about that. The 3-game match, whatever you really want to call it. As we are just about ready to go for Game 2 of this best of 3 series. The winner will move on to a winner's final to take on the winner between Enigma and Albert United. Both teams making it to their respective semifinals. And again, this is a double elimination bracket, so whichever team loses here, we may not have seen the last of, depending on how they fare in the rest of the bracket. N Flash, good defense on his left side. Shy Valor tries to get it up but misreads it, and Boost will play it off the wall, hard into the corner. Good centering there. Coma is waiting, and a good save by Shy Valor to prevent it from being an early 1-0 lead. The Boost looked like he tried to turn it there. Didn't do a great job. N Flash tries to play it in, but good defense there by One Tacoma. Turned around. Still played it well. Shy Valor tries to get it in the middle, but not quite in time. It is read well by unfinished business. Good center here. He comes back into the corner. A lot of corner play with these two teams so far. Neither one of them trying to do a lot of direct things, and that may be because it's 2-on-2 and rotations are a lot more difficult. Baboose there ran out of boost. That is true. Baboose ran out of boost there to try to have an opportunity. It is still more central. Nice turn there by N-Flash to get the aerial play. High off the wall, and good redirect to clear it away. The shot by Baboose comes hard off the wall. One to Coma, good chance, and he mishit that. And another chance for unfinished business. Are they leaving too much unfinished business right now? And can Flursh find any momentum and punish them right now? It seems to be a good attack so far. One to Coma attempts to dribble forward, but Shyvalor reads it well for Flursh. N-Flash gets up top, good block, comes down into the center, and literally sitting on the goal step, and no one's there to put it in. Shyvalor trying to get back, but now defense is waiting, and it will be cleared by unfinished business. A good chance there, Tucker.
Yes, that was such a close opportunity.
Shyvalor tries it off the backboard hard here, but ends up hitting it back towards the net to prevent a fast break the other direction by unfinished business. He will get to it first, though, as well as get some boost, and good aerial play again. Shyvalor is looking very good aerially here, but he's still not able to do a lot for his team yet. The boost here backed up into the corner, slightly upside down. He will manage to get it back, but a rough bounce there. And once Tacoma misreads it, Shyvalor bounces into the corner, takes a nice corner bounce almost for Team Flursh, and one Tacoma gets the rebound and fires, but it is the save by N-Flash, who read that very well, and gets past one Tacoma on the outside. One to Boost here, it is Boost. He has no help though, and Shyvalor is kind of sit back and waiting, and that sit back and waiting worked. 1-0 Team Flursh, looking to even the series here.
Yeah, it just looked like one Tacoma committed on the save there. It just looked like they got caught. Trying to be a little bit too scrambling in the defense, maybe the communication or maybe just positioning was a little off there.
We are back live again. We are under 2.5 minutes to go here. N-Flash trying to get through the other with a nice air dribble that doesn't quite work out. One Tacoma reads it well in defense, and N-Flash makes sure there are no interesting moments for his team. Looks like the ball got to the wall faster than the teammate did for Flursh, but no harm done again. Good demo by Shyvalor, again negating any attack by unfinished business, and N-Flash will try to take it here with a nice dribble, but not quite able to in time. One Tacoma and Baboose do their best to clear, but they were both double committed there, and it almost cost them. Baboose has to get back and make a good save. N-Flash plays it off the corner, tries to get aerially, but didn't have a ton of boost left. Now he's used it all up, and Baboose will try to dribble. Nice demo there, but N-Flash to make the save will be there. One Tacoma, good shot, good save again. N-Flash read that very well. Baboose tried to hit it vaguely towards the opposing team's goal, but ends up hitting it more towards the side. Harvey can get off the wall. Good bump play, but not able to finish it. One Tacoma drives it right back towards the other team goal. That's a rough one to take, but it's brought well again by Flursh. The champs right now holding their own against the Grand Champs. Shyvalor tries to dribble well, but it's grabbed again by the Grand Champs. 1 minute to go now. So far, both teams seem to be negating one another fairly well. And I guess the real question at this point, N-Flash, good chance here, but again, it is defended well by the unfinished business. How can the unfinished business team figure out how to break the defense here and possibly grab some momentum if need be in a game 3?
Well, it seems like they're just having a little trouble breaking down to their half. They got out just recently, but it seems like they were kind of, Flursh was putting some good offensive pressure, and they kept stealing their boost, and it looked like they might have been a little bit boost starved.
Good block here. Okay.
If they could just break out, I think we could see some more offensivity in game 1.
Good shot by Baboose, and almost a chance. That would have been a time goal with a couple seconds to go. Minus 4 key. N-Flash will get it out, and it looks like, and of course, with these players we never quite know, but it looks like that Flursh is going to hang on and be able to somehow or other send it to, and they will, a pivotal game 3, tied 1 apiece.
Good recognition by Valor there to be aggressive on that challenge and make sure the ball hits the floor before anything bad could happen.
Indeed. So quick notes about some of our players here. For unfinished business, the blue team, One Tacoma is an accounting major, actually. He has a celebrity crush of Anna Kendrick, which I don't even know who she is. Do you know, Tucker?
I do not.
Okay, well, he claims he is a quick chat champion and loves the Miss Open nets. I would say based on what we've seen so far, I would partially agree with that. His partner, Laboost, is an English major, surprisingly enough. You would expect to see a lot of computer science majors here. It doesn't appear that we have a lot of computer science majors. Now, N-Flash is apparently a cybersecurity major, which is most interesting. But his partner, Shy Valor, is a management major. Management systems, actually. As I know from being a Taylor alumnus, that systems is key. An opportunity here early for first, but taken away. Tacoma drives it back up, trying to defend well. Laboost sitting back and waiting. It's read well by N-Flash, and now that double commit may cost him, but Laboost, good defense to get back, but he almost put it in his own net. Reads it well. And it looks like he is trying to take control here and try to figure out how to get past this Splish defense, who are holding their own at this point. N-Flash clears it vaguely towards the middle, but Tacoma is waiting there and he'll take it down into the right-hand corner, trying to center it off the wall. Read easily though by Shy Valley, who's playing good defense and clears it forward to midfield. N-Flash looking like he's trying to dribble on the ground, is not able to. Laboost gets the ball first, plays it hard off the backboard. It did not take a perfect bounce, but it's good enough. Tacoma waiting breathlessly, and it is 1-0 early to unfinished business. And what happened to Flish there? No one was back.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Flash was. Looks like Valor did all he could to mitigate the offense, but I was looking for Flash the entire time. He just unfinished business, was able to capitalize.
The Shy Valor went for boost there and got beaten by the boost, of course. Nice centering pass. N-Flash waiting again, but Tacoma too far back to make too much of a deal of it. That'll be a nice off the ceiling play, and he will almost score. Shy Valor managing to read it well, maybe a little lucky, but sometimes you need luck in Rocket League. Ball now totally on the opposite end. N-Flash missed the pinch there. Laboost tries to take it back forward, dribbles nicely, but misses the corner by about a couple inches. Shy Valor plays it off the wall, looking like he's trying to air dribble and get a pretty good hit on the ball. But Tacoma and Laboost again waiting for it. Good rotation so far by Tacoma, and Laboost scores here. I was going to say there's a good rotation going by unfinished business. Tacoma is most of the time staying back, letting Laboost do most of the work forward. That helps them keep a good defensive mindset around them. At the same time, he's willing to come forward when he needs to, and when he does, if he gets beaten, Laboost is always waiting, ready to help out.
Yeah, and that give and take is so key in a game like Rocket League, where everything's fast-paced. You got to constantly keep up a constant rotation, good communication.
Nice dribble there, just not able to finish it, and a little too high. Tacoma will dribble it forward, and dribbles it right around almost both players on the team, but N-Flash is able to get back just in time. Good send forward here. It'll come off the ceiling pretty hard. N-Flash wasn't able to read it quite correctly. Shy Valley hits the inside of the post meanwhile. And Laboost will clear it out to midfield. And possibly more, but N-Flash waiting again to send it right back into unfinished business territory. This is exactly what Flish needs here to figure out how to get back in the match. 2 goals down, 2.5 minutes. Shy Valley, nice demo there to completely cancel out any chance of an attack. Laboost, however, will, as I like to say, annoy the other team a bit and not allow them to quite do what they want. That's honestly, if I have any advice for newbies, like for folks who are just starting to play with Rocket League, it's basically, it's good to learn all the moves. It's good to practice hard. It's good to play good good competition, play hard, whatever else. But at the end of the day, you'll probably do the best work when you're just going forward and trying to get in the way and stop the other team doing what they're trying to do. That's kind of the name of the game. But even if you're just driving in circles around them, that's going to annoy them more and sometimes allow you, number one, to learn how to control your car better and learn how to really get to the ball more, but also give your teammates some good chances to get it and go. Great pass there, and Tacoma hits it off the top of the crossbar. Really unlucky. Labouche, however, will finish it now, and 3-0, that may have saved Flish.
Who would have done by Luis there? Just an unfortunate tough spot for Flash there. It was kind of up in the backboard, and Shy Valor jumped up and just got up a little bit too high, and so Luis was able to sneak it under, and I think it was done just underneath the defender for the third goal.
Indeed, but the chemistry before that with One Tacoma and Labouche is the stuff of certainly grand champs. And certainly something I will be looking forward to seeing in future matches if we're able to broadcast their matches again. Labouche tried to take it forward, not quite able to get away with it, but really nice job to get in the way of any dribble. However, Coma misses that one, and N-Flash just misses the post. Good save by One Tacoma coming back there to make up for his error beforehand. He goes right past the one, reads the other hit well. If he can hit it off the wall, Labouche will be waiting. Labouche is waiting and just misses the upper corner. That seemed to have come off the corner of the post. N-Flash will make him pay. 3-1, 45 seconds left. Possibly a chance for Flish to get back into this, but they need to get a couple goals very quickly.
Yes, they'll have to do some kickoff magic here, and Flash with a good read on defense and just got it over the attackers, and maybe can make it close. Maybe make it an interesting game here.
Labouche and N-Flash will both go for it. Labouche wins that one pretty easily, but Shy Valor reads it well off the wall. One Tacoma is red. There's a little nice start play there by N-Flash. It is that flying back power by Labouche. Shy Valor just gets through and just gets to it before Labouche would have buried it. One Tacoma, however, demos Shy Valor well, and N-Flash has to be there just in time to avoid a crippling fourth goal. Shy Valor here chips it up, and this is maybe the last chance here for Flish to get something from this game. Shy Valor brings it forward, but it's hitting his own teammate in the process. That's not going to help him. Labouche next clearance, at least an attempted clearance. And that will be pretty much game, folks. Shy Valor bring it forward, looking for consolation perhaps for Flish. But nothing there. Labouche lets it hit the ground. And that is the semifinal. It is a 2-1 victory for Unfinished Business, 3-1 on the match. And that is pretty much a very good series, I would say.
Yeah, that was a close one. If some things had gone just a little bit different for Flourish, we would see maybe a different outcome of the whole series.
Indeed. Some notes from the bracket now on what's been going on. In the other winner semifinal, Enigma beat Elbert United 2-0, and we'll now move on to face Unfinished Business in the winner's final. The winner of that goes on to the grand final, which will be a very interesting item to watch when that does happen. The next broadcast will actually be that match, Enigma versus Unfinished Business. In the losers bracket so far, round one, the Eagles managed to overcome Big Overload by a disqualification. Apparently, Big Overload was not able to make it to the tournament, which is unfortunate. But they are now currently facing Elbert United in the losers quarterfinal. Well, Flourish is facing Tornadoes in the losers quarterfinal. The losers bracket, as it states, is basically the end road for any team. If they lose their match in the losers bracket, they are out. But because it is a double elimination tournament before that, if they still have a chance to actually go all the way to the grand final. So you could very easily see a couple of rematches.
Yeah, it's always key to keep your confidence, even if you drop down to the lower bracket. You still have a chance. I mean, you always have a chance. Even if you get knocked out of the tournament, you can always come back later and work on it and improve and just get better at the game and maybe create some more chemistry with your teammate.
Indeed. We would like to take this time to ask whoever is watching, really, are you on the Taylor Esports Discord? Because there are a lot of good games on the Discord that you could play. I believe we have at least an Overwatch thing, a League of Legends, some Pokemon somewhere in there, Rocket League, Smash, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, and many other games. And if you are interested in getting involved with any of those games, really, in any team overall, since the Taylor University Esports Club does have teams, if you're watching on Twitch, you can type followed by Discord with a capital D. And then you will be able to actually join the Taylor University Esports Club. You can introduce yourself, please, in the hashtag introductions channel. And you can also follow the Taylor Esports socials at Taylor_Esports. And we will bring you more tournaments and more excellent content with quality players, honestly.
Indeed, it's been a joy so far to watch all these players and just see the different people, and even the starting people. You can see flashes of they've been watching, and they're learning from the people around them and the experiences. And I mean, honestly, just playing with people who are even better than you, even if it's a blowout series, it's just great to get the experience, and so you can see what it's like defending people who are way better than you. You can also learn from that and use that for the future.
And speaking of series, we are actually going to change formats here. The previous few matches have all been best of 3 series, but now we are in the winners final. And that means we are in a best of 5 series. This gives one team, I think, a chance to catch up if in case they've been not doing so well in a tournament, for example. And it gives other teams at the same time a chance to work better with each other and learn more before perhaps going on all the way to the grand final. And we have 2 teams here that will be attempting to get to the grand final, Enigma and Unfinished Business. Both teams are grand champ. Both teams will be looking to write their name into the history books, get some bragging rights, and claim a virtual trophy that does not exist. Until next time. What have you liked so far about these matches, Tucker?
I've just enjoyed seeing what everyone's bringing to the plate here. We see players at different skill, but also with a game like Rocket League, communication and teamwork is such an important aspect of the game, and it's fun to see different people's mechanical abilities where they are and see how they're utilizing that. And it's also just great to see some good quality Rocket League. Indeed.
We would also like to note that if you're interested in seeing more good quality Rocket League, you can watch the RLCSX series, that is the official Rocket League esports series, and see teams that are actually better than even these teams, as we actually get underway in this match. It is Mateo and Giant making up Enigma, both of those are grand champs, versus Wanted Coma and Laboost, also both grand champs. I kind of predict this will end up being the finals matchup. Whoever wins this series will go on to the grand finals, and I'm guessing whoever loses will also end up in the grand finals. Mateo and Giant are a brother duo, and we will see in this best of 5 series how that plays out. Certainly they are both very good players in their own right, but chemistry can really play a huge role in these games. And right away, it looks like once Coma and Laboost are challenging better. Good save by Mateo, preventing a good opportunity early for the unfinished business. Mateo, nice air dribble, and he will score with that one.
Well, Mateo demonstrating some very good card control there as he keeps the ball close to him. He's able to spin over one Tacoma and just barely as he sneaks it just under the crossbar. Or it looks like it was helped in a little bit by Laboost.
He just missed it as well. And we are back underway. 4:14 to go in game 1 of a best of 5 series. He will play 5 if necessary. Giant, nice shot here. He will score. Mateo's little brother is scoring already, and an early 2-0 lead. This could spell bad news for the unfinished business. What do they have to do to get back in this match?
I think just not let it get to their heads. As long as they don't let it get to them and they just play like they were playing in their previous matchup, they could very easily bring this back. And it's also, if they just continue to realize that it's very early on in the series.
Mateo's brother attempted to bring it towards the corner, but Laboost is waiting for him there. However, not able to quite work it off the wall. It seems like these grand champs may not be quite themselves if Mateo puts another one in.
Yeah, it looks like Enigma is just starting to push and is kind of overwhelmed. They're playing very fast Rocket League right now, Drew.
It is excellently done. But I suppose, are we watching better quality players or better teamwork, really, and better rotations and stuff? Because there's certainly a difference.
That's always the question, yes. Both of those can both make a big impact.
Juan Tacoma tries to get into the main area, but Mateo's waiting for him. The boost, however, misses that one, and another goal. This one from Mateo. Juan Tacoma could not get back in time. This is a simple play off the wall, and a simple mistake, but punished.
Yeah, you got to start to wonder if it's maybe getting to their heads a little bit for starting to get their heads for a little bit. So maybe they can just like take the rest of this game and just kind of sit back and communicate with each other and take stock of what's happened and how they can move forward the rest of the series.
That is buried again in the 5th goal. This time Mateo's little brother getting in on the act. Juan Tacoma and Labousse appear to be shell-shocked, although that was another slight miss. He tried to take it off the wall there and wasn't quite able to get good control with his car, and immediately punished. Mateo and Juan Tacoma will challenge each other at the center circle. Labousse will get it here and try to play it forward, but again well won and read by Giant. Mateo here will fly through the air looking to possibly get a double touch, but runs out of boost. However, his brother's waiting once again to put it in the net. And this attacking rotation is paying dividends early in this series. Certainly in this game, it is a surprising scoreline of 6-0, and we are under 2 minutes into the first game.
Yeah, Enigma just able to recognize those mistakes by unfinished business and just capitalize them quickly. They always have a man to follow up if there's any sort of mistake or miss or anything.
Good opportunity for this first look at some type of attack, perhaps, or unfinished business, but they're not able to do a lot with it. However, here's where perhaps the chemistry of both, as seemingly all players go for the success of Mateo, who ended up winning the ball. Perhaps the pushing forward, if unfinished business can use the fact that Enigma is so attacking to their advantage, they may be able to capitalize on the counterattack, because, I mean, certainly these two players on Enigma are very good, but if their rotation is slightly off, that could give an opportunity, as that's buried for a touchdown now by Giant.
That was a great hand-off point.
Excellent chemistry, excellent teamwork, excellent redirect in midair, and I would say an all-around excellent Game 1 performance. It will be interesting to see if there will be any sort of really comeback that can be mustered by unfinished business in these next few games. Another chance there, an attempted pass off again, but one well. Labousse tries to get that on goal, but ends up actually putting it off goal instead. The Giant, aka Mateo's little brother, again trying to pass it to Mateo, but that's well read by Juan Tacoma. Labousse will nice chip there to avoid Mateo, bring it up the wall. And Mateo is waiting again, and with not much boost here, he'll be looking probably to pass this, and gets enough on it to get it past the boost into this corner where his brother will be waiting. But Juan Tacoma, a little bit more boost, gets to it first. Nice shot here, though, by Mateo, just a little loop shot. And Juan Tacoma has to get up to make a good save. Labousse takes it up the right wall and tries to bring it in on goal, but Giant waiting there, not able to clear it well, and now he is able to clear it, and both players committed, which means he will pretty much have an open goal, but he sets up Mateo instead, who seemingly overshot that, but I think at this point it doesn't matter. They're just having fun with it.
Practicing here.
Giant good off the wall. Mateo again misses his aerial. That may be something for Juan Tacoma and Labousse to note for next time. Nice dribble. Looked like a nice fake there by Juan Tacoma. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but it seemingly managed to elude Giant, who misplayed it. Mateo also misplayed it. And at the end of the day, a consolation goal, but perhaps a little bit of momentum and confidence for unfinished business going into game 2.
Yeah, if they're able to gain something in at least anything in this last moments of this game, they can take that going forward. Because most often, if you're familiar with the scene, most often after a blowout game like this, you have kind of a reset mentality, and teams often kind of bounce back and keep the next game pretty close.
I will say from personal experience in Best of 3 series, I have played a lot of, not necessarily knockout games, but in blowout games, quite often, the next game will be a blowout to the other team. followed immediately, and here's a nice goal by Labus and Wanchikoma, linking up very nicely in attacking sense. But I would say that there can be a lot of games that are very one-sided, and then often the very last game is really close.
Yeah.
And neither team wants to give anything up or do too much, really. Nice cheat there by Mateo, trying to hope for a neutralization by the brother, but not able to quite pull it off. The boost, nice shot, but simple save really for Giant. Wanchikoma plays it vaguely towards the net, but not enough power to do anything with it. He'll try to get to it, cut off well by the boost. Mateo reads it well, trying to put in a 2-point conversion now. That will not happen. Mateo demos the boost, and Wanchikoma will not quite do it. Giant will bring it forward here, trying to center it towards Mateo, but Mateo a little bit too high. However, still passes it back, and Giant would have put it in the net were it not for the fact that the ground got in the way. 7-2, Game 1 final, best of 5 series, and right now it is huge advantage to Enigma.
Yeah, we're going to be looking for unfinished business to maybe. It looked like toward the end, second half of that game, they were kind of cleaning up their act a little bit. It looks like they were more accurate with their touches and things, and maybe they're starting to realize the main goal of Enigma here, and just maybe looking for opportunities to be able to punish their aggressiveness. And if one team's feeling really confident, sometimes they could overexert themselves a little bit and leave themselves open to some counterattacks.
Indeed. It is notable that Mateo enjoys coffee and deep conversations. Based on his performance in the first match here, I would say he had a lot of coffee before this. And he's had a lot of deep conversations with his brother. The two of them are demonstrating incredible chemistry. It does surprise me that neither one of them are chemistry majors, but oh well. Mateo is a cybersecurity major at Taylor University. He is a junior living in Bergwall, a hall with connections to the DC, which, as the weather gets colder nowadays, is certainly an important part of that. Giant, nice attempt there, and Wanchikoma tried again to come off that top wall to make a good defensive play, but he wasn't quite able to stop Giant putting it past him as the two of them met.
Yeah, Giant did a great job there of being true to his name and just making his car as large as possible and angling it so he'd have the best chance of putting that 50 right on the goal line.
Giant and Coma will get up towards each other. Mateo reads it well. The boost is not there in time, and Coma will have to defend against an early 2-0 lead. Giant, nice pinch to keep it in play, but he runs out of boost before he can get anywhere. Mateo hits it back towards the middle, but the boost waiting another good wall play. However, his attacking sense from these two grand champs and brothers is certainly paying dividends. Mateo wins it well off nice dunk play there, honestly, by Mateo to stop the dribble from the boost and also counter the fact that Wanchikoma was already breaking forward. And 30 seconds into Game 2, it is 2-0 to the 7-2 winners of Game 1.
Yeah, Mateo just had a beautiful read. He came in super high on that, so he was just kind of just doomed from the start. He had it underneath his car and just sucked a little of that kind of dunking by Mateo.
Giant looks like he was trying to hit it off the corner there, but was not quite able to as it goes off the wall instead. But he will demo, and Mateo, really nice read there. I wonder if that was planned, as Giant puts it in the net for 3. Giant was coming from the back here and demoed at the same time that Mateo came forward, and then Giant just read the bounce superbly, and Laboost was stuck in a 2v1 situation that he had really no chance on.
Yeah, it seems like we're having a situation where mechanical ability and chemistry are both coming together to combine to create some a very formidable monster here.
Wanchikoma tries to get any type of attack going, but Giant just redirects it right back towards the unfinished business goal. Mateo, nice little maybe bump play there by Laboost to at least try to get some offense going. Giant, however, reads it well as Laboost runs out of Laboost. And Mateo brings it back towards it. Laboost was already going forward and can't get back in time. It is 4-0, 3:44 left to play in Game 2. And Tucker, would you say it's time to start talking about the grand finals?
Well, we still have the lower finals to get through before we get to there, but I think, yeah, especially for Enigma, they're eyeing that prize there. I mean, it's still a long series. There's still plenty of time for unfinished business to come back, but maybe they're starting to think of some strategy or something, or maybe they're just having fun with it. We'll see if unfinished business can make them rethink those plans.
And there possibly is one way to make them rethink it. LaBoost and One Tacoma both kind of combining well to block off Giant and put it in the net.
Double the commitment, double the power.
And there's also where you see the attacking sense by Enigma can come back to haunt them, because then there's no one back there to defend. Although, knowing how those balls normally are, I don't know if there would be any way to defend that. Giant here, good way to dribble it off the stems. One Tacoma, good chance here, but not able to put it in. It's Mateo blocking off his main pathway to the goal. Interesting neutrality here in the boost. Very nice dribbling around one. He will try to chip Mateo, who read it really well. One Tacoma will demo Mateo, and that leaves one to defend against. But the problem is that one has been really good and causes One Tacoma to have to make a good save. Mateo here drives it back up off the wall. Excellently done, and LaBoost has to get a small hit on it before it would have been probably 5 at that point. Giant puts it back towards the unfinished business goal. Nice redirect there, more or less a ground redirect instead of an aerial. LaBoost, however, will read it well, clear it back towards the Enigma goal now, and it is in the corner where definitely they need it to be more often. We are about halfway through game 2. It is currently 4-1, and unfinished business needs to figure out how to break through this defense and also how to defend, because that's been an Achilles heel for them. They can score, it's clear, but they haven't been able to stop the attack of Giant and Mateo well, as Giant here puts his hat-trick goal in. 3 goals on 5 shots for him. He is looking very good and very dangerous so far.
And to unfinished business credit, a lot of what their defense is facing is just this amazing technical ability and chemistry between Mateo and the Giants.
Agreed. Considering that's quite possible. It's good that they've only let in 5, although now 6 goals. Here, LaBoost tried to get it forward, but wasn't able to get much on it or keep control of it, and Mateo read it well and put it in the open net. Under 2 minutes now to go. Is this another chance for unfinished business to get some practice in and see if they can come back in game 3?
Yes, this is the time where you try something new, you try something different. Maybe you try more aggression, you try more, I don't know, maybe ball chasing, maybe more communication. This is the point period where you have a little bit of under 2 minutes to go. You just kind of try to throw something at the defense and see if something works. And if that works, then take it into the next game.
Would you possibly recommend almost, I wouldn't say a more defensive stance, but it seems to me that good goal here by One Tacoma, excellently done by LaBoost to make that pass off a nice aerial play with the wall and redirect.
Yeah, and that's some of the offense that we saw in the earlier series from Unfinished Business. They had that confidence to be able to push up and kind of crash the net, and then when the defense made a mistake, we were able to capitalize on that.
In your professional opinion, Tucker, would it be better for Unfinished Business to play more attacking in Game 3, or should they try to sit back and prevent them from scoring and hit them on the counter? But what could be a winning formula for you?
I'm not so sure sitting back on defense would be the best shot, just simply because Mateo and Giant have such mechanical players that it looks like they've been able to, and they have that chemistry to be able to communicate, to pull off these kind of wacky plays. And so I'm wondering if maybe just being maybe a little bit more aggression, but also that takes confidence from Unfinished Business. So I'd say I wouldn't recommend the defensive strategy, but if they find something like that, that would work. That could work.
It is touchdown and the extra point now for Enigma. The scoreline reads 7-2. This is the time to remind everybody that the first game ended with this exact same scoreline, 7-2. However, there's still a minute left in this one, and it appears that, if nothing else, we are going to see a lot of scoring in this series. And possibly the grand final, similarly as well. Giants gets up top here, tries to get it back down. One Tacoma read it really well, and nice chip there, but LaBoost can't quite make it in time as again. The chemistry between Giant and Mateo works out well, and one missed, the other one's there to counteract. However, here's another freak goal, I would almost say, as LaBoost manages to challenge well on the wall and just kind of counter.
I like that aggressiveness.
To do.
When you saw that defensive, the lack of a clear from the defense, he just kind of went for it, and I was able to open up the opportunity to guy into the corner, and he was able to rotate and was able to carry it.
Indeed. In the losers bracket currently, while we are waiting for Game 2 to finish, and Mateo is trying to score again, it is noteworthy that Albert United has beaten the Eagles 2-0, and they will advance to the losers semifinal to face the winner of either Flourish or Tornadoes. Meanwhile, the losers final will then be contested between the winner of that game and the loser of this game, or this series really, which currently appears to be unfinished business. However, we will see if that changes as Game 2 ends. Game 3 beckons. Rocket League, I would say, is certainly the sport where things can change fairly quickly. And in the blink of an eye, you can go from down 2-0 in a series to winning the series, really.
Yep, exactly. And we saw flashes of that. We saw from some of the goals that Unfinished Business was able to put in there, we saw some quality offense and some good chemistry that they were able to connect. And even though they're up against this seemingly overwhelming force of Giant Mateo, they were able to put together some opportunities there.
As we are waiting for Game 3 to begin in this best of 5 series, we would like to once again take the time to remind you that this entire event is being entirely hosted and produced by Taylor students and also Taylor alumni. I myself am a Taylor alum. Tucker is a Taylor student. You are an alum now. Oh, forgot about that. My apologies.
I say that at the beginning.
We are both Taylor alums, and we are announcing Taylor students. As Game 3 gets underway with Wanted Coma and Giant both going in towards each other, this is kind of the time to shine, really, for Unfinished Business. They haven't been able to finish their business yet this series, and they will be looking to try to capitalize on any mistake that Enigma will give them. However, Enigma will also be hoping to capitalize on any mistake that Unfinished Business gives them. As Mateo did his best, Giant tries to center the ball well, but Lelouch is there just in time to prevent anything. However, Giant makes sure that nothing happens on the attacking front for Unfinished Business by demoing Boost. Once Tacoma attempts to play it forward, not quite able to do it fully, as Mateo plays it off the wall. He is out of Boost, but his brother is not, and plays it hard off the wall, and that is just off the post. A break there for Unfinished Business.
That was a scary one.
Giant is still probably honestly doing most of his team's work here, almost. I would say he may be even better than Mateo in some areas.
It just looks like Mateo's feeding him more. It seems like he's being able to pop opportunities off, and Giant takes a shot here and scores.
He is a good finisher, I would say, and he's also very smart in that he doesn't run out of boost. Every time he thinks he's going to, he always gets another opportunity, another chance, another option, and is able to play through even when it seems like the other team might have a chance. Here he is, in fact, chipping the ball vaguely towards, trying to get that redirect on. He wasn't quite able to. Mateo spins it back towards him. Giant will have to play a little bit of defense here. Wanted Coma, nice move to cut that off, however, but Giant cuts him off on the attacking front and drives it all the way into the corner, where LaBoost will have to stop him from going all the way. He goes and gets Boost again, now Mateo wins the wall battle and puts it back into the corner where Giant is waiting to bring it forward. Wanted Coma there, good save, that looks like a direct shot. Mateo off the wall, looks like he's going to try to air dribble good center and avoids Wanted Coma, but unfortunately the ball avoids the goal as well. The boost is blocked on any wall play he was going for by Mateo, who was waiting for him. And Mateo plays it off the ceiling, not quite what he wanted to do, but there's the chemistry coming in to play. Giant was waiting. It is 2-0 to Enigma, 2 minutes into Game 3.
Looked like Wanted Coma ran out of boost and was not able to get that challenge, and so Mateo just had a free hit to the backfield that was mostly left open.
Mateo went and took that boost in the corner there. He will bring it forward and try to possibly receiving dribble it, but the boost reads him really well. And we'll get back with a nice play off the wall. Once Coma tries to play it off the wall, will get there, but the problem is Giant, who has been a giant pretty much everywhere, is waiting. And Mateo got demoed, but got the goal. And that, I think that seemed to be down to the fact he was having the ball sitting on it and gave it a last-second flick.
Yeah, I'm not even sure even if they were able to get back to it. I'm not sure if they would be able to see that just because of this velocity of the ball. If they were able to position it just right, maybe get a pop out off the crossbar now. But I agree with you, Drew.
Once Tacoma here will get one back for his team, as we are about down to 2.5 minutes to go.
And this is crucial, I think, if you're a fan of unfinished business, is they're able to keep it somewhat close. It's reachable. They can absolutely come back if they put together a couple of those offensive plays we've seen in the earlier series, or even earlier in this series specifically. You might be able to see a closer game and maybe even tie it or take the lead.
Indeed, one Tacoma trying to send it back towards the goal again, but not quite able to. Labuse puts it over the head of one man, but Mateo is waiting to block it off. Mateo again out of boost, and that may be something that he'll want to exploit, although even with no boost, he still manages to demo one Tacoma. Giant takes it off the wall. Very nice wall play there on his part. Labuse sends it back towards the goal, though. Mateo has to get back and scramble back fairly quickly. One Tacoma drives it around the wall vaguely towards the corner and will interfere enough with Giant with some nice bump plays to avoid and prevent Giant from doing too much. However, Giant, nice aerial redirect in the center, and Mateo buries it for 4-1. Really nice play there.
Yeah, continuation. Boost went for some more boost. He was a little late to get back, and possibly if he hadn't gone there, he might have been a little closer to that. But he was kind of diving at the ball there, and unfortunately wasn't able to stop it.
So we are 1:44 remaining in Game 3. Mateo will drive it back along the wall. One Tacoma looked like he was maybe going to win that one, but not able to. But Labuse will stop any further attack. Nice play by one Tacoma to get around there. Labuse chips it back towards it and needs a direct shot, but is not able to get that. Mateo sends it all the way back into the unfinished business territory. Giant attempts to bring the ball back around. Again, Mateo hits it off the corner, almost runs out of boost, but centers it well, and Giant completely buries it.
Yep, Enigma, the beneficiaries of just some more of that offense. They brought it to the corner and brought it back as for a waiting Giant. Buries it right underneath the crossbar. He's had some very good shooting accuracy, which is something that they can hope to look toward as they continue.
Indeed. Mateo and Labuse will cancel each other out, really. Giant will try to take the ball back towards the opposing team's goal. He almost ran out of boost there, but again, keeps his boost well. And Labuse, at this point, actually beats Mateo to the ball and puts in the net for 5-2 with the minute remaining. This may be last chance saloon, really. Giant looked like he tried to bump it, but was not able to. And then one Tacoma actually ran into Giant, preventing him from getting back and leaving a one-on-one.
Yep. Labuse is just a little bit quicker to that ball and was able to get it past the challenging defender there.
One Tacoma and Giant will neutralize each other in the middle. The ball rolls harmlessly towards Enigma's half. Labuse, however, driving hard here, and one Tacoma misleads it off the wall. Mateo gets up vaguely towards things. Giant will play it hard, grab boost, get the shot on, and if that's on goal, it is just over. It was almost on goal. Giant, well, I'm not sure what he's doing here, but it worked. He ran slightly out of boost. Mateo tried to drive it in, but another good save, I would say, by the defense. And I would say the defense here is getting a lot of practice for unfinished business. They will need all that practice, I would say, later on as Giant demos the boost, preventing any attack. One Tacoma misses the ball. Giant will get up top, but the boost this time out-jumps him. They can't do much with it as Mateo drives it. Nice bump there to prevent any dribbling from happening. Giants and one Tacoma will kind of come together, and Mateo will play it into the corner, and that's the series. A 3-0 sweep. Y'all better get the brooms out for Team Enigma. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to now go to a quick break. We will bring you more Rocket League shortly from the Taylor University Esports tournament, but for now, we are going to take 5.
found a way into my heart. Oh, oh, she don't make out, no, she make art. And I need a way to treat it, 'cause I keep getting high off of her. Off of her. I know that you'd be bad from the minute I saw you. But somehow I keep running back to you. Back to you. Back to long nights can get me feeling lonely. Hey. And hearing music that can make me
Can you feel it? The fire in your soul, leaping at the chance for love. Can you feel it? Haunting your senses, letting all your feelings go. But I can feel it rushing through my veins. Your love's the only drug I know. But we've been playing the hand now we're dealt, so we can light it up. I know that we can make it through the night, but I can feel the fire inside, so there won't be no fear tonight. We crossed the line, and now it's clear to see the light behind the suffering. Believe we'll finally be free. Let the silhouette cast upon your heart, turning every little moment into scars. Baby, it's our chance to make a start, so we can fly.
I know that we will make it. I know that we will make it. I know that we will make it. I know that we.
I know that we can make it through the night, but I can feel the fire inside, so there won't be no fear tonight. We crossed the line, and now it's clear to see the light behind the suffering. Believe we'll finally be free.
Running round like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, 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 I was. But you were calling me liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, 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 I was. And it's coming down to now, and now, and now, and now, and never. I was putting in the putting in the
Into the night, city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the losers bracket finals right now. This is a rematch from the winners semifinal between Unfinished Business and Flourish. In that best of 3 series, Unfinished Business took it 2-1. This series is best of 5, and that may bring some more complexity and certainly more entertainment to a watching party. I am Drew Anderson, your main commentator, alongside Tucker Germain. We are Taylor alumni hosting this tailor-made event, quite literally, with Taylor students and the help of the Taylor University Esports Club. This is a 2v2 Rocket League tournament. We are live in Game 1 of the final best of 5 series. Tucker, what are you looking forward to most in this series?
I'm looking forward to more close matches. Both these teams, when they met last time, they took it really close and just neither team really played poorly. There were just a couple of defensive mistakes that the offense was able to capitalize and kept it close. So I'm really looking for a good competitive series here.
Booster plays it along the wall, tries to center, maybe a little too high, but Washington was not there anyway. And Flash takes it up his wall now and will clear it back towards center with a nice redirect in the air. And an attempted redirect in midair also by Shy Valor, but not quite able to do it. Labouche will do a nice drop hit off the ceiling, but leaves it right in the middle, and Wanted Coma, good save there. That was nice strategy, waiting on the edge of the goal, giving him the whole goal to shoot at, but knowing he would be there for an easy finish. And End Flash, however, will put it in. Very nice aerial redirect here. He hit the ball up towards the back post. It came off the corner, and he managed to power it down right on top of Wanted Coma's head, who could do nothing but watch the ball fly past him into the goal, 1-0 into the game. 1-0 to Flourish.
It's like he was trying to flatten the Merc hitbox there for a minute.
Chad Valor here coming off the wall with a good aerial, but not able to do too much. Wanted Coma will take it down from his own corner and kind of clear it into the corner. Shy Valor, nice play off the wall there, and he scores 2-0. Labouche looks like he got caught up there. Shy Valor here does very well to keep it off the wall. If it's hugging the wall, it's a huge problem, but if not, he can get the aerial and manage to just beat Boost to the ball. An early 2-0 lead here for Flourish, I would say, is definitely an important lead.
Yes, it is, Drew, especially because their Flourish is coming off of a win and Unfinished Business is coming off of a loss, so that can also play a factor in this.
Indeed. The boost waiting for it, and out chips Shy Valor. Here is trouble now. It's both players on Flourish committed. Can Coma finish it? Not quite. And Flash takes it forward quite quickly, but LaBoost is waiting, and they'll take it up top of their goal and try to send it down. And an effort to be cleared by Wanted Coma. He's now able to clear a second time of asking towards the opposite side, where LaBoost will try to go and get it. Nice bump there on Shy Valor, who will get in goal, but N-Flash demos to prevent any major trouble from happening. He'll try to center the ball, but ends up hitting it back towards his own goal, really. Shy Valor trying to get back, won't come close as he loses his boost, and LaBoost scores. So
Yeah, this is unfortunate, where Shy Valor chose to go to the corner looking for the boost there, and just a little late in his rotation towards the net.
It is a 2-1 game now, and looking already like a tight game one, possibly a tight series. Wanted Coma and N-Flash will be the two to go for it for their respective teams. Shy Valor will maybe attempt to dribble it or pass it off the wall, but LaBoost reads that really well and gets a really nice bounce as well. Wanted Coma just has to watch it into the net pretty much, and that's what he does.
Yeah, that was a tough read for Flash coming off the wall. It looks like he initially wanted to go for it, but he just had kind of an awkward launch, and Wanted Coma was already up in the air and was able to bury it in the bottom left corner of the net there.
And just like that, the game is tied halfway through. N-Flash, Wanted Coma will both go for it. Shy Valor gets it well off the wall, and LaBoost will fly pretty high to prevent anything crazy from happening. Wanted Coma now takes it, trying to dribble it towards the goal, but Shy Valor and N-Flash pretty much converge at the same time to make sure nothing happens. Shy Valor attempts to take it forward again towards the other team's goal. Doesn't quite work out. Shy Valor, good shot now here, but LaBoost is back with a good save. However, Shy Valor with a nice demo on Wanted Coma, preventing LaBoost from having a strong forward attack. But LaBoost will still chip and give his team unfinished business to lead. 3-2. Just under 2 minutes to go, and already unfinished business, possibly showing the quality that they're going to need to make it past the feisty Flourish team.
Exactly. He just recognized that since with his teammate being demoed, he had to just buy time, and he ended up taking that time. Ooh, wow!
What happened there? Shy Valor capitalizing on. I'm not sure what happened with unfinished business. Maybe a miscommunication or something. Both players looked like they went just to the side, and an open goal, that is a mistake, but it is a punished mistake.
And those quick punishes are key, especially in a series as close as this one. If you can equalize it right away, then that's a big confidence boost going forward, because you're not down one, you're tied now.
Shy Valor attempts to get to that. Nate Flash, I believe N-Flash's real name is Nate, will try to hit it off the corner here, but not get it too far into the center. They'll center another ball this time. But LaBoost, the goalkeeper, will wait and find a good shot on goal. Good save by N-Flash getting back. It eluded Shy Valor at first. LaBoost, good centering attempt there, but read well again by N-Flash. LaBoost will try to pass it somewhat towards his teammate. But Wanted Coma playing a lot of defense here, and Shy Valor beats him to the ball. But unfortunately can't get any attack, as midfield appears to be its place to be right now. N-Flash and LaBoost cancel each other to put it in the corner, or Wanted Coma waits for it. Shy Valor will attempt to clear it back towards midfield, and N-Flash there waits well for it. An awkward bounce possibly, but Wanted Coma is able to clear it up his right side back into the opposing team's corner, and Flourish now will have to deal with that. Some good aerial play by Shy Valor and LaBoost to cancel themselves out. Really, Shy Valor is able to clear all the way back towards the other side, and now Wanted Coma tries to bring it out, but that is again one. And this Flourish team right now looking fairly strong. LaBoost runs out of boost, that's a problem. And also, an oxymoron. Shy Valor attempts to play it along the wall, and N-Flash reads the play really nicely and buries it. It looked like LaBoost there attempted to play it, but then just got caught up, wasn't able to do a lot with it, and from a tight angle, N-Flash is giving Flourish a 4-3 lead with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm not sure if LaBoost thought his teammate was there or if the opponents were further away or not, but he just kind of tapped that ball and just kind of headed straight for the corner, which allowed Flourish to see one.
Now, unfinished business will try to tie it in these last couple seconds. 5 seconds do remain. One Tacoma will play it in the air, and now he and LaBoost will be down 1-0. Well done there by Flursh to make sure nothing happened. And Flursh has an early 1-0 lead over Unfinished Business. It is a best-of-5 series, but already it is looking like it's going to be a really fun series to watch.
Yes, it is, Drew. These teams are keeping it close, and that's when the biggest moments happen.
We would like to take this moment to remind you that both these teams have suffered one loss already in this double elimination tournament, and the loser will be completely out. But the winner will go on to face Enigma, still undefeated in the winner's bracket, for a chance to win the grand final match. And the winner of the grand final obviously will win a socially distanced trophy that probably doesn't exist, but maybe we can find one. Who knows?
Oh, yeah,
And as an added bonus to everyone watching, will also have a chance, after the grand finals are done, to interview the winning team and ask them some questions and get to know them better. Good chance there for Flush early is missed, surprisingly enough. I'm not sure if there was any defense there from Unfinished Business that caused them to do so. Another miss, and Flush here looking a little bit off early. And Flash prevents One Tacoma from having a pretty clean shot on goal. LaBoost will pick it up, and One Tacoma tried to bump but wasn't able to. LaBoost will block any shot, however, and the ball will stay in Flush's end. Aerial play completely missed there by LaBoost. Shy Valley will bring it forward on an attempted dribble, but nice block by One Tacoma to prevent from doing anything. LaBoost will push it back into his own corner as both teams seek better ground. The ball now still bouncing around in Unfinished Business's end. Shy Valor has a nice try there to try to hit it towards Bailey, the goal. And Flash will get it, and very nice pass, and buried by Shy Valor on the second time of asking first shot off the crossbar. Good teamwork, good chemistry. This is what we were missing in the first series, and this is what may actually help them in the next couple games, and maybe even in the grand final.
Yeah, Shy Valor's aggressiveness there was gave the team an advantage there as the ball bounced off the crossbar and down. He was just able to position his car on the right to catch the rebound there and make up for his lack of accuracy there.
One Tacoma attempts to play it off the wall, but blocked by Shy Valor. Ball again bouncing around in midfield. One Tacoma goes to get boost, and then immediately goes to the ball. And Flash attempted to play it looks like, but Shy Valor, very nice dribble, and almost scored again. It is 1-0, a minute and a half into game 2 of this best-of-5 series. One Tacoma chips it over and Flash. Shy Valor waiting there will play it all the way forward. And LaBoost will attempt to hit it off the wall, but again a slight miss. One Tacoma is waiting for him. And Flash brings it all the way over, and that will not do too much. Shy Valor, good shot here, and LaBoost gets caught out. It looked like he was trying to go for it. It caught in two minds and ended up out of position. And he's made to pay by Shy Valor, who got up well and buried it.
Yeah, LaBoost was expecting One Tacoma to make that defensive read there, and he was starting to push up. He saw him had to slam it in reverse as soon as he recognized that the attacker was right there, and Shy Valor able to bury it.
Shy Valor there attempted to possibly cheat on the kickoff, but misplayed the ball along the wall. However, LaBoost also didn't play the ball well. And One Tacoma's effort to bring it around the corner up across the baseboard does not work out either. And LaBoost blasts it back towards Flursh's goal. Shy Valor goes to get Boost, and Flash wins the ball. LaBoost hits it towards the goal. Vaguely, One Tacoma looked like he was trying to get that off the wall, but wasn't able to. Nice turn by LaBoost, but Flash was waiting for him. LaBoost here powers it off the corner and almost puts it in the net, but good save by Shy Valor. Keep an eye on that. One Tacoma attempted to bring the ball in the corner, but is not able to, and Shy Valor is clear. Some good pressure there by Unfinished Business. They'll need to start doing more of that if they want to get back in this game. Here's the boost. Good chance on the middle, and the defense is not able to catch up to it. The boost got the boost and beat Flash to the goal, giving Unfinished Business hope with 2 minutes to go. It is now 2-1.
Yeah, Drew, I agree with what you said about the offensive pressure. It seems like, by and large, over the course of this whole tournament, it seems like Unfinished Business's goals have kind of come off of capitalizing on mistakes. And credit to them, that takes its own skill set. But if they're going to be able to stand up to big teams like Enigma, they're going to have to continue to be able to put together offensive pressure.
Indeed, excellent demo there by One Tacoma. Whether or not that was intentional, LaBoost made sure that it was finished. And it is 2-2, just like that.
Yeah, that was a very key demo to open up the entire net, and it was up to LaBoost to miss at that point. But you're able to tie it up here and keep it interesting.
Minute 50 to go now. One Tacoma Shy Valley will cancel each other out, and Flash and One Tacoma will then cancel each other out. LaBoost attempting to bring it forward. One Tacoma tries to go demo and ends up bumping, and the ball goes off the inside of the corner of the crossbar and post. One Tacoma will demo again, and this physical play looks like it's helping. Now LaBoost drives the ball towards the middle, but then Flash waits for him there. One Tacoma plays it off the corner, but LaBoost not waiting to get that centered ball. He will go up for it though, plays it off the backboard, and One Tacoma powers it in an attempted follow-up shot, but easy clear now for Shy Valley, who will air dribble it back down, and LaBoost will clear away from the goal before any harm can come to Unfinished Business. We are just about a minute to go right now. I don't know what LaBoost was doing yet. It looks like he did a 360, which is kind of cool. Didn't necessarily help his team though.
He's feeling comfortable, Drew.
I suppose in that manner, yeah, the confidence certainly will help. LaBoost attempts to get the ball, but again, One Tacoma up high, can't quite get down to it, and LaBoost will clear before any harm comes. N-Flash, good pinch there to hold off on any trouble along the side. LaBoost going up for Shy Valley, well done there. Instead of going aerial in midair, which could end poorly, he stays along the wall and manages to get a good clearance away. That's a tough bounce out, however, and almost punished. Shy Valley will take the ball forward now. And an attempted air dribble, that was a pass, I think. It comes off the inside of the post. That would have been a sensational goal if it went in. Excellent aerial play by Flourish. LaBoost will back up going backwards here. He is able to flip around. N-Flash plays it towards the middle. LaBoost and Coma will be there. And we are down to now no time left at all. And good save there to prevent the goal. And the first overtime match, I think of this entire tournament really, will be played out by these two now very even teams. N-Flash wins the ball off of LaBoost. One Tacoma gets Boost in the corner. Shy Valor attempted to play that, but overran it just a bit and had to come back to get it. One Tacoma now clears back towards the center. N-Flash attempts to pinch it, maybe along the ground. Excellent pinch there by One Tacoma. And Shy Valor clears it away from the goal before any harm can come. He will attempt to do it, but looks like he faked that one. N-Flash, good play there along the wall, and he will play again along the wall. LaBoost with a quick backflip to prevent the ball from going towards the goal. Shy Valor, good cross, but a little too high for any major attack efforts. He will, however, cancel out One Tacoma with a nice bump and allow his teammate, N-Flash, to get back towards the goal where it is saved by LaBoost. And Shy Valor now maybe in a bit of trouble here. One Tacoma driving hard. If he can pinch it, his teammate's way back getting Boost, so never mind. Both teams pretty indeed testing each other out there. Not much defense going on right now. LaBoost is trying to get by, but N-Flash is holding his ground and not letting LaBoost by. Great play there, really. But Shy Valor is not able to center it well, and One Tacoma brings it hard out. This is a good chance for Unfinished Business, and a good save by N-Flash to prevent the series from being tied. Shy Valor now is demoed on the far side. That is an important demo by LaBoost, but they would have had a quick 2-on-1 counterattack otherwise. N-Flash, however, will drive it back vaguely towards his teammate, but his teammate was just going backwards anyway. That didn't quite work out. LaBoost again waiting along the side, and Shy Valley will send it all the way towards the goal where LaBoost has to make another good save. One Tacoma was vaguely ready, and the ball again in midfield, and forgot the name of the team, Flourish, made a good save in the end. Unfinished Business will get back. LaBoost looks like he's defending well, and he does defend well. Shy Valor drives it into the corner now. LaBoost on the backboard prevents anything from going into the center. Double commit there, could be dangerous. if Unfinished Business can counter, but Laboost playing very defensively. He's letting Wanted Coma now do most of the attacking, and Wanted Coma looks like he's going to try a nice aerial move here, and Shy Valor waiting on the post to prevent anything from happening. Laboost, another nice turnaround. N-Flash will play it off the wall, but that is trouble now. The goal looks to be open. If Laboost can finish, he cannot finish. Great look there off the double tap off the wall, and not quite able to get it past Shy Valor. He played really good defense. N-Flash now back on the counter attack. Shy Valor will take over from there and put in a good shot that just missed the post. Another good chance. We are 3 minutes now into overtime, and it is still a 2-2 game. No one can seem to grab the upper hand. One Tacoma does really well to dribble past one, but can't get past the other one. N-Flash, no goals in the game, only 1 assist. Actually, Shy Valor had both goals for his team. Laboost and One Tacoma has 4 shots and 1 assist, but Laboost has both goals for his team. Nice bump there to try to get it past, but the 2v1 proves to be too much. N-Flash, good play, and that will be the winner. N-Flash 18, excellently done to really chip Laboost here, who tried to get back to it, but was not able to in time.
Yep, Flash just barely catches Laboost out a little bit too far as he's trying to read that defender playing shadow defense, and he just makes a good, not necessarily a flick, just a good little doink over him.
Indeed. And Flourish, with that goal, will make it a 2-0 series lead over Unfinished Business, who, after that game, can't be necessarily mad about their score, but I think they need to start attacking more. They're sitting back a lot, which isn't a bad thing, but then they get beaten off of good plays, and when they attack, they're very dangerous, and maybe their goal here needs to be kind of just to outflex the other team.
Yeah, their specialty so far in this tournament has been capitalizing those defensive mistakes. So when you're a team like that who's able to capitalize on that and take that offensive opportunity, when you are sitting back a little bit, maybe that was just because of the overtime there. Both you don't want to go down with against match point, have to reverse sweep a team. Maybe that's part of it.
We are underway now in game 3. And One Tacoma here, good attacking start for Unfinished Business, but now they may be caught out as the boost isn't quite able to pull it off well. N-Flash will come back vaguely towards the goal, but not exactly close to it. Now N-Flash is caught out. Shy Valor, however, good defensive play. Shy Valor will bring it back towards the Unfinished Business goal. And Laboost is waiting to attempt to defend, but maybe a miscommunication there as the players got in the way of each other, really. But N-Flash can't count anything for that. Laboost just drives it. Nice bounce off the wall for his team. Another nice bounce off the wall for his team, and Shy Valor has to play some good defense to clear that. One Tacoma tries to drive it into the ground, but Shy Valor is there to break up that effort. N-Flash going to possibly try an aerial dribble or a pinch, but Laboost makes sure neither happens. There's a good bump by One Tacoma, and he will bury it.
Oh, that was such an unfortunate turn of events for Flourish. We just got Shy Valor and Flash just kind of caught up together, and I think Flash got bumped into that by a member of Unfinished Business, and that was just an unfortunate bounce.
Or you could say it was a really nice physical play.
Yes, it did.
Shy Valor attempted to make a quick play there, but really nice cheating read by One Tacoma, who was able to read that and not prevent any attack from happening. Good shot here by Laboost. Great bump by One Tacoma, and it is 2-0 early. The attack is doing well.
Yep. Unfinished Business coming out with some of that aggressiveness you're mentioning, Drew. They're able to read, and they're able to capitalize on some of these awkward positionings, or they're at least able to position themselves in a spot that the outcome would be very beneficial to them.
Laboost and the other one, who I can't remember right now, will kind of counter each other. One Tacoma, good chance there. Could have made a 3-0 lead really early, but Shy Valor will bring it around, or attempt to clear it, and that will be finished by N-Flash, who will clear it. An attempted dribble nicely by Shy Valor along the ground isn't quite able to work out. One Tacoma then isn't able to evade the other one, and he and Laboost will have to bring the ball back towards their own goal along the baseboard as Team Flourish kind of gets back to reset. But N-Flash reads it really well up that wing, and Shy Valor isn't quite able to counter after a nice centering pass. N-Flash again with an attempted center, but this one will be taken by One Tacoma.
unfinished business, spending a little bit of time in their defensive end now. We're going to see how they respond to this.
One Tacoma, nice clearance there as LaBoost was stranded a little bit in midair. Shy Valor, good opportunity for a shot, and LaBoost just probably would have had it covered, but a dangerous moment perhaps. One Tacoma, nice chip there. N-Flash comes back, and here could be a chance for 3-0. Shy Valor is out-dueled in midair, but LaBoost just puts it over the goal in the end. Shy Valor, nice bounce off the wall, maybe a little bit kind. And right now, One Tacoma is really playing that physical game, and that's really helping his team, too. He's bumping players out of the way. That's a ball back towards the net, and that is a goal. Whether an intentional shot or not, One Tacoma scored, and it is 3-0 with the team.
Yeah, you gotta like what you see if you're an unfinished business fan here. They're using that aggression into what you were mentioning, Drew. They're bumping, they're recognizing when the play is forming that, oh, I need to look toward the goal to be able to knock out the person, or even just make that aggressive challenge like that goal and result in good things. Right.
Good shot here for N-Flash. He reads it really well off the wall, but too high for Shy Valor to make any sort of shot effort for. The boost and Flourish will cancel each other out, really. One Tacoma, nice flick forward, but N-Flash reads it really well on defense. And now here's where One Tacoma and LaBoost get in each other's way. They don't want to be doing that too much more. LaBoost and an effort block, nice takeout there by N-Flash to prevent any sort of defensive effort by LaBoost, but unfortunately there was no offensive effort either by Flourish at that point, and it wasn't really meaningful in the end, at the end of the day. Shy Valor now going up for it, will play it back kind of towards his own goal, but more or less just in midfield. Nice bump there of One Tacoma to prevent him from getting any sort of shot on goal. Both teams trying to be a little bit more physical right now, and N-Flash bumps the boost out of the way as well, but drive back now by One Tacoma. N-Flash will read that well, however, and get it back up towards midfield again. Shy Valor attempts to bring it around by the corner. Once again, taken back. N-Flash, nice pinch effort to get it back towards the goal. Nice bump there, and there is a nice goal.
That was a very smart play by Flourish. Shy Valor was recognizing that he was in a position where he committed, and so he just took the opportunity to make One Tacoma wait for that challenge, and Flash was able to pick it up and put one in for him.
We are back down to 1 minute to go now, and Flourish looking for a series sweep. Will need to do something heroic in this game to pull that off. But it is possible. I wouldn't put it past them either. This is a very close series, and momentum is a huge thing. However, LaBoost trying to end that hope will try to make an attacking effort here. One Tacoma bringing it around the corner. Tries a nice aired effort, really, but no redirect possible. N-Flash kind of hiding in midfield. Ooh, that just deflects back towards their goal. LaBoost got a little bit lucky with the deflection, but nothing major. One Tacoma powers it back towards the goal again, and back almost with a goal. N-Flash waiting for it, deflected it up into the air, but wasn't able to really deflect it anywhere, and that almost cost them. Now LaBoost gets in the way of One Tacoma, and a quick counterattack could be important, but not able to capitalize on it is Flourish. And it looks like this game will end in favor of Unfinished Business, who will go into a 2-1 series deficit, but they are not out of it. And they will still be looking to make a quick comeback here in Game 4.
Yeah, that's good. You're like what you see if you're Unfinished Business, if you're rooting for them, because they're able to use that aggression to their advantage there and able to take one. And now it becomes a little bit less big of a mountain to climb up now.
Indeed. One Tacoma actually has an interesting Wendy's order. One of his fun facts, he gets a 4 for 4 with a double stack and a Coke, and quote, regular nugs, no sauce. A most interesting order, I will say, but it seems like he is as hungry for Wendy's as he is for goals in these matches.
And if you're rooting for them, I hope they can take that into later games.
Indeed. But apparently he also thinks Marvel is overrated and country music sucks, so if you're a country music fan out there, I think you may not be rooting for Unfinished Business anymore.
Too bad we're not playing Farmstead here.
Indeed, that would be a very nice thing. No, it is Sandy Shores, or whatever you call it.
Shores.
Salty Shores, thank you. Instead, One Tacoma up high tries to clear that, is not able to, but Shy Valor is canceled out by the boost. Good centering here. One Tacoma will defend at his near post. And he is somewhat out of boost, not sure. Oh, he's waiting for boost. He will just block the effort at that point. And Flash will get it back towards the other team's goal with a nice hit. And counters the boost effort at clearance again. Shy Valor hits a nice centering pass again towards the goal vaguely. But Unfinished Business playing some good defense here. They'll try to flick it up for themselves. Nice aerial by LaBoost, but not able to redirect it properly on goal. Shy Valor was also waiting.
See LaBoost in the car change the octane here, away from the new car.
Perhaps that'll help change his team to victory in this game as well. He is blocking. Ooh, nice avoidance there of the demo. The boost and One Tacoma will not able to generate too much on offense so far here, but they are able to defend against anything from end flash. Here's a good shot by One Tacoma. The boost is blocked off by the other team. Shy Valor with Flourish attempts to take it forward, but not able to quite in time. One Tacoma, nice aerial, and that will be down and off the crossbar and in. 1-0 lead for Unfinished Business.
That's unfortunate for Flourish right there. Just got kind of an awkward touch. And One Tacoma, oh, he had his car backward and just kind of got that last second touch with the tip of his Merc there and was able to bounce the wall back in underneath the crossbar for an early lead here.
The boost wins it completely, but Shy Valor shoots well and reads it well. One Tacoma, oh, he misplayed that completely, and Shy Valor is not able to capitalize in time. But Shy Valor does demo him, and N-Flash just isn't quite available in time. Here's a good chance again for Flourish. However, One Tacoma this time wins the aerial battle. The boost sends it back vaguely towards the goal. N-Flash will take it up the corner. Good centering pass, and Shy Valor buries it. Good teamwork there. Tie game 1-1. 2 minutes in.
Yes, very good teamwork there as Flash hits it over for Shy Valor. He gets a nice flip and was able to sneak it past One Tacoma there, who was waiting on the goal line.
Teams will reset again and look to gain an advantage in this tight game 4. LaBoost shoots it vaguely off the backboard, not sure whether that was intentional or not. But Shy Valor will take it off the wall. Well done by Shy Valor. Good centering pass, and LaBoost with a great save as Flourish was looking to take a 2-1 lead there. They were denied. Nice dribbling here by LaBoost. He will take it into the corner and look to center it himself. One Tacoma waiting for it vaguely, but not there in time. N-Flash blocks the aerial effort by Unfinished Business, empowered by Shy Valor. Good save, but can't do anything about the rebound. He unfortunately couldn't get anything on the ball, except to just knock it back into the path of Shy Valor, who was waiting for the goal.
And you're happy about that one if you're rooting for Flourish here, because they want to put this one away as quickly as possible, because if they allow Unfinished Business to come back with another game, then you go into Champions Field and you make it a tied series, and that's when the nerves really start kicking.
Indeed, One Tacoma trying to get some offense in, missed pinch by Shy Valor, but he'll aerially be able to play it somewhat out. One Tacoma, good aerial play by him as well. The boost will pop it up in the air vaguely, but he can't get it back. Shy Valor will take it into the left-hand corner for his team. Good bounce, vaguely towards Unfinished Business's goal, but unfortunately not too much able to be done there. One Tacoma will take the ball around the side and try to flip in the middle. That does not work. Shy Valor hits it off the wall, but passes it right to Unfinished Business, who can't quite finish. One Tacoma can't lead the thing off that, but he does demo. And no 2v1 opportunity, but N-Flash blocks the counterattack. One Tacoma again going for that bump, and here's a double commit that could cost him dearly. LaBoost will score, and 2-2.
These players are demonstrating some phenomenal situational awareness here. You have a One Tacoma. LaBoost was careening back to try to make the defensive stop, and then realized that One Tacoma had won his challenge, and that the backfield was open, so he was able to turn around and just help that ball into the goal for a tie, to tie it here.
Minute 20 to go now. Great read there by Shy Valor, and almost a deserved goal. He read it really well off the wall. N-Flash also reads it well. Shy Valor, good shot towards the goal, but Wanted Coma, Laboost playing decent defense, and here's a chance for Laboost now on the breakaway. And Shy Valor gets back to make a great save.
Wow, what a
Coma
save.
waiting for it. He will block that off as well. Another good shot, and this one gets into the near post. N-Flash not able to get back in time. Good attacking, but unfinished business.
It was such an unfortunate turn of events for Flourish there, as they had a heroic save from Shy Valor, but then Unfinished Business was just able to do what they've been doing and capitalize on that mistake and just keep the pressure on goal here.
N-Flash, nice chip upstairs. The boost can't get to it, but it's off the middle of the post. Shy Valor misses the shot, and N-Flash doesn't. And this game is tied now with 45 seconds to go. 3-all. Again, Flourish currently have a 2-1 series lead. They will be looking at going into the finals by beating Unfinished Business, who edged them out in the winner's bracket earlier.
And these teams never disappoint.
One Tacoma trying to make sure it doesn't happen. Nice bump there. Oh, he's missed the open net though. How did that happen? One Tacoma will take his back up and try to kind of just make up for his miss earlier. He's doing everything right now for his team, but he can't finish the net, or finish the ball into the net, I should say. Shy Valor, good chance there, and another double commit here. N-Flash will get back just in time to prevent a good chance. 15 seconds to go. One Tacoma looking to center. It could be game, but the boost is not there. He was sitting back, which is also wise. At this point, they do not want to give up the series. One Tacoma, good shot towards the net, and that will mean overtime. Second time in the series. Shy Valor and One Tacoma will go for it respectively. One Tacoma vaguely wins it. N-Flash gets up top here and tries to get a nice breather scenario into the corner, but doesn't quite work out. The Boost takes it up the sideline. Vaguely, kind of towards the middle, doesn't quite work out. Shy Valor now, and N-Flash will go up for it, and what a save by LaFood off the inside the post. That was the series right there, and Unfinished Business prevents what looked like a certain goal.
Yeah, you're shaking your head if you're Flourish there. You wish you could have buried that one and not have to deal with the potential. Oh!
But they buried this one. And Shy Valor will finish it. And Flourish has taken down Unfinished Business. Revenge, possibly. A dish best served in a best-of-5 series. And they will move on to face Enigma in the Grand Finals. We will have that live for you. Grand Finals will be a best-of-7 match. So we will have that next. First, however, we will take another short break. We will see you later. It is often said that there is a time for heroes to arise, for man of the matches to figure out what they're doing and become man of the match, and for MVPs to become their MVP. We don't know exactly who will be the MVP of this series. We don't know who will be the winner of this series. But whoever does will be quite possibly the grand champion in this Rocket League tournament. Welcome back, everybody, to the grand finals of the Baylor University Esports Rocket League 2v2 draft tournament. It has been a great tournament so far. We've seen some incredible matches, and we are now ready to see the grand finals. And it is underway in Game 1 between Enigma in the blue and Flourish in the orange. I am Drew Anderson alongside Tucker Germain, and we are really looking forward to bringing you this quality matchup, I would say. What are you looking forward to seeing the most, Tucker?
I'm just looking forward to see the interaction between these two teams, because we've got a Flourish coming in here from the lower bracket off a hot win against a team that was able to take them down earlier on in the winner's semifinal. So I'm really looking to see if they can bring some of that aggression, some of that offensive presence against a team that has had a relatively easier journey through the tournament so far.
Indeed. As we saw from the winners final last time, Mateo and Giant are certainly no pushovers. They, in fact, are probably the favorites in this team, in this game, but I wouldn't count Flourish out. They looked really good in the last series. They played good defense, and they had some good offensive chances. And early on here, they are defending well. 1 minute in, and I think it's notable, Enigma hasn't scored yet. Now, perhaps I'm speaking too soon, as here's a good chance here as Giant attempts to center to his brother, Mateo, but that is not possible. It is shut down by Flourish. Quick cancellation up top by Enflash. Valor will attempt to dribble it forward slightly, but Mateo and Giant will combine to get in their way. Mateo, nice drop play and good pass, but Giant missed that one, which I'm not sure if he was faking intentionally or not. Mateo drives it along the wall, and he'll go up top. He has no boost right now. He'll be looking to center this for his brother, most likely. But Valor's good defensive play to prevent that from happening. And Enflash is demoed by Giant, who is coming through looking to make a good play. And Mateo brings the ball up the wall. Valor and Enflash both defending very well right now. Giant again pushing the ball back into the corner, and Enflash good clearance. Mateo rises up the wall and hits it back. Valor gets it out, and Mateo drives it back into his own corner now, as finally Flourish gets to clear the ball and gets a small breather, but not for long, as here comes Giant back towards the first goal. Mateo, an attempted miniature pinch off the wall. He'll try to get that in a nice aerial maneuver, but isn't quite able to. Valor goes up the wall to challenge Giant for it, but Giant will win that one. Enflash, however, sends it back towards the sideline, really. Mateo now, good aerial shot here, just misses over, and Enflash with good defense. Giant was working to power that home. Valor misses the play, in fact. He'll hit Giant, but Mateo is waiting to put it in the net, and 1-0, 2 minutes 11 seconds into the game, Enigma has an early lead.
It almost felt like it was coming, Drew, because Enigma had spent most of the game on offense, and I mean, to Flourish's credit, they handled most of the defense with great aplomb, but just unfortunately, it looked like the defender went for the player instead of the ball in that situation, and got knocked into an unfortunate position deep in net.
Indeed, Valor won that 50-50 ball against Giant. Enflash, good down hit there. We can't quite get back to it though. Giant does really well. But good shot here by Valor. Good chance here for Flourish. But it's cleared well by Giant, who will continue to get boost. Try to center the ball for his brother, but his brother will be an aerial shot instead, as Valor clears it away from the goal pretty easily. Valor, a good hit towards the Enigma goal. Giant hits it off the wall, however, and that's about it. Valor, another good play off the wall there. Enflash is forward here, which means it's miniature 2v1 and a good demo by Mateo, but unfortunately the centering pass misses. Enflash here can't quite get a good air dribble off the wall. Giant takes it into the corner and will circle back around looking for boost now. Shy Valor some good air dribbling to get past Mateo, and now will challenge Giant. Will make a nice play actually, and he finishes it. Nice goal by Shy Valor, evading not one but both members of Enigma with a good wall play. Giant, I'm not sure what happened there. I think he got caught up backwards and just wasn't able to find the ball in time. Regardless of that, it's a tie game with a minute left.
And that whole play was started because of Shy Valor's technical ability. He was able to pull a flip reset, which I think probably surprised the defender. He was able to push that ball downfield and chase it, and was able to sink it in around the defenders.
Good shot there. Giant has to make a save, and now all of a sudden Enigma is having to defend slightly. However, Mateo drives it back out looking for a nice centering ball, and Giant just misses as the ball comes off the back wall. Shy Valor will dribble it out, attempt to clear, but Giant waits for him there, and nice dunk play to get it back on. He just can't seem to shoot the ball. With that, Shy Valor, nice play off the wall. He will demo Giant. Mateo hits it all the way forward, and he'll try to get this hit off the back wall, and will. And it was 2v1 there for a Flourish. They couldn't get the ball. Mateo did, and I do agree it is an advantage attacker at that point. There is a sense in where the attacker's coming towards the ball and is able to easily hit. The defenders are trying to desperately get back and can't. But still, it's a break for Enigma for sure. And Flourish now have only 20 seconds left to try to tie this game. And a good shot by Ed Flash. That will tie the game.
Wow. This is going to be an interesting game, Drew.
This could be an interesting series.
Yes.
It is an unexpected start. Certainly for we announcers who watched Enigma completely, I would venture to use the word decimate unfinished business in the winner's semifinal. But here, they are having a much tougher time with the more defensive-minded and also cleaner, I would say, Flourish. However, Giant are looking to win the game, and Mateo has won it with no time left on the clock. Giant with a good play to just flip the ball up, and Shy Valor had to hit this, didn't. Mateo read it really well and put it in the net. And it is a 3-2 victory for Enigma in Game 1. However, it's looking like this best-of-7 series may have the potential to go more than 4 games.
Yes, and possibly even the distance to all 7.
That would be a thrilling game. And just as a reminder, since this is a double elimination tournament, if Flourish does manage to knock off Enigma, which would be a great coup in itself, considering Enigma is still undefeated, the entire series will have to be replayed because then Enigma will have suffered their first loss, and we will see a second best-of-7 series between these two giants. But
it will definitely be a battle of stamina.
it is too early to talk about that. However, Shy Valor, a great read off the kickoff, and 5 seconds in gives Flourish a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we have the rare opportunity here to see Enigma playing from behind as Shy Valor accurately read that and was able to get up on top of that off the kickoff and give him an early goal here. I'm just amazed at all this amazing rocket that we're seeing right now, Drew.
Oh, indeed. And Mateo off the wall well, but can't do it. And Shy Valor, that's a golden opportunity to make it 2-0. Flash will try to dribble it back in, but isn't able to. And Giant will clear well up the left sideline. Giant with no boost will still manage to chop it middle. And a good shot by Shy Valor to attempt to clear, but Mateo reads it well, centers it well. And another good save. But Mateo has to scamper back now to try to clear the ball. And here's actually where, from the first series, I was noting that Team Enigma, for all their good chemistry, their rotation was causing them problems because they would end up having to scamper back really fast and not being able to. Flourish is playing a much more defensive game, but they're being able to counter fast and getting those goals when there is no goalie back for Enigma.
And when you're a team that's scoring almost at will, sometimes you might even, without even thinking about it, kind of subconsciously neglect the defensive part. And if you're a team like who's putting on such a stand as Flourish defensively, they can maybe catch you off guard and get some counterattacks there.
Indeed, ball bouncing around in midfield now. Giant will look to challenge and get a good shot away, and Flash there to make a good save. Mateo, however, drives it right back into the corner, And Shy Valor gets it away from an on-rushing Mateo. Giant will just keep control of it along his wall and be able to clear it, just avoiding an end flash with a nice flick on there that he almost got to. Mateo tries to put it on goal, but can't quite, but the deflection will take it on goal. Unlucky from Flourish. Good finish by Mateo, and the game is 1-1.
Unfortunate bounce there from man who's been playing lights out in this entire competition. Just an unfortunate hit there, and Mateo and Enigma were able to capitalize there and tie it up here.
And Flash and Mateo completely counter themselves and cancel each other out. Ball decides not to do anything. Giant, nice hit off the wall there, and it's saved, but the problem is they double committed on the save, and Mateo doesn't miss those. 2-1, Enigma.
Yep, we've seen this before. Enigma's so quick to capitalize on any sort of mistake. So.
Oh, actually, an unlucky thing there from Flourish is Shy Valor actually took out N Flash and prevented either one of them from making a save in the end.
Especially when you're conceding a go behind goal. So if you're a Flourish fan, you're hoping that it doesn't impact their mentality too much here going forward.
Indeed, N Flash looking there to get a really nice hit off the wall, but not quite able to. Good defense though from Flourish, and Mateo will have to scamper back now to avoid a possible counterattack, but Shy Valor doesn't quite have the boost to pull that off. However, another misplay, that's going to be hard off the wall and maybe trouble. Mateo looking to capitalize on it is not able to, and Shy Valor will bring it up his left-hand side here. Nice flick, tries to get the aerial roll down, but Giant was sitting back and Mateo was coming forward, and that wasn't happening. N-Flash a little too high there on the aerial, and Shy Valor will be the attacker now. Giant in goal, nice shot by Shy Valor to get that on goal, really. And Giant will bring it all the way forward towards the opposing team's corner and probably try to center this to Mateo, although he has no boost left. Then he tried to bump Shy Valor off. Good demo by Mateo, but he's let Shy Valor in here. He can't quite finish. And that is a hard rebound that almost goes in the other goal now. But Enigma holding on to their 2-1 lead here with 2 minutes to go. N-Flash out of boost now. Just tries to block off the ball, but gets a little too much pace on his own car. And that is an unfortunate turn of events. Giant buries it, as it looked like Flourish was trying to pass it in the middle to clear it, but weren't quite able to pull that off.
Yeah, Valor unable to connect with boost there, or Flash there as it was coming across the net. Unfortunately, Enigma was right there to capitalize.
Valor, however, reads it really well off the kickoff. Giant cancels out, however, his effort at an attack. Mateo plays it back into his own corner to try to clear it, and will clear it well. If he has enough boost left, he'll try to bring it forward to his brother, the Giant, who is having another Giant game, I would say, but good play again by Flourish to defend that. Mateo here looking confident in an attempted air dribble with no boost, and even with no boost, he still manages to evade Flourish. Giant off the wall, there's 4-1. Great play, I would say.
Yep, it's been interesting so far. You're looking at Flourish and seeing how they're responding to being up against a very mechanically gifted team. And as Giant gets the same amount of goals as his brother, you're kind of looking at when that one player who's been the more offensive and put in more goals, the more offensive powerhouse for the team. You're kind of wondering when that player's kind of quiet that game, what's going to happen later on.
Indeed, that is a hard bounce off the crossbar. Mateo misses the aerial, and Giant will have to go get boost, and Mateo, well, a surprise attack from behind, I would say you can call that. Giant, a nice aerial effort here. This will be a good test now for, I think, Flourish, as the 5th goal goes in, to try something new, as you say, and kind of reset for game 3.
That was a brilliant play by Giant there. He looked like he was faking the flip reset there and was able to go underneath the defenders, possibly expecting him to pop back up and use that change of momentum.
And Shy Valor, however, here, a good win off the kickoff, completely avoids. Mateo misses it. Or actually, Giant missed it, surprisingly. And Shy Valor will get an open goal 5-2 with 40 seconds to play, 3 goals down. A comeback would be interesting and probably doubtful here. But this is Rocket League. We won't put it beyond Flourish to pull a miracle.
Exactly. And if they were able to come back, ooh, what a nice
Oh no!
There- oh,
And that
wow.
did go in. Mateo finished. I'm not sure if that was out of kindness or intention. Great shot by Shy Valor to try to put that in. He got really unlucky with the ball off the post, really. And the ball looked like it was bouncing out at that point, but defending Mateo wasn't able to put it in. And now, 33 seconds left. It's 5-3. And possibly still a lifeline for Flourish. Although you would have to think that as they get in each other's way again, but that time Enigma also gets in each other's way, you'd have to think that there's just not enough time left on the clock at this point.
Every second that passes is 1 second closer.
Agreed. Nice effort there at a dribble, but at that point both are trying to double commit, and Giant and Mateo will finish them off at 6-3 with 1 second to play. Flourish has fought hard this game. They've fallen just short, but I think they can take a lot of positives going into game number 3. First of all, this isn't the elimination game yet, so that's good news. But there's certainly still a lot of opportunities, I think, for both teams. But we are once again seeing Enigma flex in some ways. Mateo and his brother clearly showing the chemistry that makes them a force to be reckoned with, and also showing the skill.
Exactly, Drew. And also an interesting note here, Flourish is actually, they were bridging the gap both geographically and rivalry in a rival fashion, as each player is from Sammy and Wingets. We have Shy Valor coming in from Sammy and Flash from Wingets. So they're kind of bridging the gap here and able to put some chemistry together.
The only prospective student, interestingly enough, in this entire thing is Mason, who is playing as Giant and is the brother of Mateo. As we get underway here in game number 3, N-Flash attempts, or Shy Valor does really well actually on the clearance to also block and pretty much dunk on Giant, who is trying to bring it forward. Mateo, good ball play there, and that'll be an interesting play as N-Flash misses the overall run, and now this double commit is going to cost him as Giant puts it in the open net. 1-0 to Enigma, 30 seconds in.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Flourish there. They seem to be trying to capitalize on some of the offensive pressure, and they found themselves in the attacking zone there. And unfortunately for them, Enigma was able to do it over, but great awareness for Giant to capitalize on the challenge.
N-Flash and Mateo, sorry about that, will be countering each other at the kickoff. And both teams kind of cancel each other out. Giant goes around one, now challenges Shy Valor, tries to go around one, but Shy Valor reads it really well. And Mateo has to scamper back to prevent any sort of offense coming in. Good play there on the wall by Shy Valor to read that. N-Flash did not read that well. And Shy Valor will go up and defend well. He will play, at this point, a ceiling dribble, I would say. But read well by Mateo. Shy Valor looked like he went for the demo or push, or whatever you call it. The bump, I should say. And N-Flash was not able to defend that. Mateo waiting back post, easily buried.
Yeah, Enigma here able to piece some more offensive pressure, and they were just ended up being too much for Flourish here.
Back underway again. We are 3:56 remaining. Shy Valor, another one of those plays, oddly enough, where right off the kickoff, you see Enigma not quite getting to the ball first, or missing it, and it causes a good opportunity, honestly, for Flourish. But this time they were not able to capitalize on it, as Mateo tries to tip it for his brother in the middle, but his brother is now in the middle, and Flourish is. Mateo, however, will demo Shy Valor and leave a 2v1 situation. Good play and good defense by Flourish first, but Mateo is there to mop up, and it is now 3-0 with 3.5 minutes to play in game number 3.
That was a brilliant read by Mateo to be able to recognize that kind of less than ideal touch from Flash there, as he was able to jump immediately onto that bounce into the ground there as he tried to clear it out.
And just as a reminder to everybody watching, after the grand finals is over, we will have an opportunity to speak with the winning team and to kind of find out what was going on behind the scenes, really. both in their moment and also what they saw from other teams. Great play there by N Flash to send the ball, but unfortunately his teammate was nowhere near. Shy Valor playing some decent defense, but now they both get caught forward, and Mateo has a chance here to finish.
Oh, what a save.
Great save, but unfortunately Mateo was also there to block the clearance, and Giant was there to finish.
It's been an interesting dynamic so far, Drew. You were mentioning earlier about how do you combat such a aggressive and technically proficient team like Enigma, and we brought up earlier the possibility of just kind of playing some more defense, which is what Flourish has kind of flourished on in this tournament. They've been kind of defensive and able to have good communication, able to break out of their half. But it's kind of looking like Enigma's starting to figure that out a little bit and able to just buckle down on that and just add more and more pressure until they can't take it anymore.
That is true, although I will say at least two goals in this match or game have come from really double commits by Flourish, which makes sense. They are needing to attack more. But as soon as if they come forward, the power that Enigma has on the fast break enables them to pretty much bury anything.
I agree.
So I think if I'm Flourish here, I keep with this defensive mindset, but I keep that rotation really sharp and make sure that I always have one person back. Because you have to figure Enigma, as good as they are, will make a mistake at some point and leave more players forward, and that'll be that fast break you need.
Exactly, I agree.
Flourish here trying to defend a little bit better with 2 minutes to play, but Mateo gets that one first on the wall and drives it towards the left-hand corner as Enigma is looking at the field. Nice down ball there, and Flourish cannot clear it off the wall. Maybe a slightly lucky bounce off the ceiling, maybe an intentional bounce, one never knows. But Mateo was waiting and put it in the wide open net. It is 5-0 to Enigma in Game 3. It looks like they are well on their way to taking a commanding 3-0 series lead, and at that point, if you're an Enigma fan, it's time to get out the broom because it looks like we're going to have a sweep. There's the touchdown. Mateo buries it for the 6th goal of the game, all in favor of Enigma. Mateo had 4 goals on 7 shots, Giant 2 goals on 4 shots. The Giant has 4 assists, whereas Mateo only has 1.
I kind of wonder if Mateo is starting to eye that 1,000 score point.
Oh, it's indeed. Beautiful shot there off the redirect, really. And that upside down move is actually something I've tried myself a lot, but I personally haven't been able to do very well at it yet.
Yeah, it's a very difficult move because you have to position yourself behind the ball in such a way that you're not going to hit it too far to the right or too far to the left, or even hit it too hard or too soft. If you hit it too hard, you just bounce it off the backboard and expose yourself to a possible counterattack.
Right, that's a brilliant dribble by Mateo. Getting up, nice double flick. He is now at 889 for those of you on the 1,000-point counter. Just as a reminder, Taylor University Esports Club does not sanction any bets. So please do not be betting on this Rocket League Esports thing. However, if you were to be placing bets at this point, I would certainly bet that Mateo is going to hit 1,000 points. In fact, he almost just did. He did just do that, actually, with his 6th goal of the game.
And what do you think, Drew, is what's one of the biggest things? You mentioned the defense before, but do you think they need to add anything else to the game plan? For Flourish here, is they're staring down a possible necessity to try to reverse sweep in a bracket reset situation?
I'm not sure they can do a lot more. Enigma is just really good. I think what they do need to do is possibly focus more as Giant scores the 9th goal now. I think they should focus more, because here we see N-Flash trying to run and find Boost, but he can't find Boost. And then Giant is just waiting there, because Enigma's doing a really good job of snapping up all the boosts. And one thing I've noticed when facing better teams is that if you're able to snap up the boosts around you, that prevents the better team from getting the boost. So one strategy for Flourish could certainly be to make sure they're getting the boost in their corners consistently, and then if they can somehow or other use that well, they can keep the boost the entire time, and then figure out how to, here's N-Flash getting consolation back to make it 9-2, they can basically force Enigma to not stay in their zone constantly. They would keep having to go back and getting boosts, and that might be enough to hold off the attack so much and possibly allow them to counter.
Exactly. Enigma's so comfortable up on offense that they're snapping up those corner boosts. And I mean, regardless of how good of a team you are, if you have no boost, there's a very little you can do with the ball.
So right there, actually, N-Flash had hit the ball forward, or actually Shyvale, I'm not certain which one it was, but then went and got boost while Giant was sitting there in goal with no boost. And I actually would have liked to see him try to challenge for that ball, because I think if you're able to get to it first, then there's no way that you're not going to be able to do something in that case. Obviously, both players are weak. So if you can get to it first, or even block the clearance or anything, that's going to majorly help. Giant here will just kind of see out time. He won't be able to dribble too much. And that is more a demolition, as we're used to seeing from Enigma, a 9-2 thrashing and a 3-0 series lead could spell game over for Flourish, who now are in a must-win situation in any game that they play from now on.
Exactly. The Flourish duo here is up against a monumental task of coming back and not just winning one series, but 2 series if they want to come home with this grand champion crown.
Surface of the earth, which can be violent enough to destroy major buildings and kill thousands of people.
Before the next game starts, we would like to take a moment to thank some people who helped out with this. Obviously, thank you, Tucker, for being my co-commentator and helping out with really making this a really enjoyable experience for, I think, everybody watching. But we would also like to thank Gabe Whirl for running the broadcast. Whirly, my apologies. Being behind the scenes and making sure everything's very smooth. Owen Elliott for being the in-game admin, as in setting up all of the games and making sure everything is running smoothly. We'd like to thank the Taylor Esports leadership, including Mateo, who is in this grand final match and is part of unfinished business, as Shy Valley gets an early start here. 1-0, 5 seconds in. We've seen this before, but maybe they can use it to come on and possibly surprise Enigma here.
Yeah, if they're able to keep this confidence and are able to build off of that, then Enigma might have to work it out for them here in this game.
And finally, we would like to thank all the players for participating in the event and making it very enjoyable, not only for us commentators, but also for the teams, and even that's a great shot by Giant, great save by Shy Valor, and really making it an enjoyable experience for everyone watching and everyone participating in some manner. Here's Shy Valor. That was a good chance to make it 2-0. N-Flash could still do that, but good save by Giant. His positioning was flawless. And Flourish here, their tactic appears to be attack more, which honestly might not be a bad tactic, but they've got to be careful on the counter. Mateo just missing a tying goal there. Giant trying to pinch it down, can't quite pull it off. N-Flash will bring it forward and pinch off the ceiling. Nicely done there. Shy Valor, however, has a weak shot that's easily saved by Team Enigma, and Flourish will now have to scamper back to avoid a quick count. Giant without a boost on top. Mateo, good shot, and just misses. That hit the crossbar and cleared immediately by N-Flash. Shy Valor will clear that, at least attempt to clear that. Mateo drives it right back towards the goal. And here's one of the situations again. N-Flash went to get boost, and then Shy Valor was out of position. And I think in a place like that, I mean, if you're N-Flash, I think you've got to know Enigma's coming back, and you've got to just kind of be ready to be back, even if you have no boost. Because otherwise, you're just giving them kind of a free goal, I feel like, in some way.
It's kind of that, whole, catch-22 of, I need boost to do something and, challenge the play in the air, but I also need to, be there and stop the ball from going in.
Right. Good shot by Shy Valor on goal. Mateo will challenge N-Flash enough to prevent any sort of second chance. Giant will send that flying towards the goal, and Shy Valor is up high to make sure it doesn't go in. Good clearance by N-Flash. He will seek a small pinch, but again a poor pinch, and Shy Valor has to scamper back again to make a good save. That is his fourth save of the match. He is certainly a defensive rocket in this game. He also has the lone goal for his team. I would certainly say he's carrying at this point. And Flash plays it off the corner with a good dunk on Giant. Shy Valor following up will attempt to get it forward, but not able to. Probably a good choice here by Flash to not challenge too much and prevent Giant from being too dangerous, but possibly a missed chance there for Enigma, as Mateo did have the opportunity to bury that for a 2-1 lead. However, I'm not sure that's going to be too far in coming. Although another good block by Shy Valor, who now has a stunning 6 saves. We are about halfway through this game. Again, Flourish needs to win or they will be swept by the powerhouse team Enigma, who so far is undefeated in the tournament and hasn't even lost a game.
And to your point, Drew, you're talking about maybe being more offense with Flourish being a possibility. We saw there a little bit ago on Enigma's push, both players committed when they thought they saw an opportunity, but they were able to get a stop off of Shy Valor's flip reset in the air to get a nice stop.
Mateo, good block here by N5, good opportunity and cleared again by Mateo, who came back from within the goal to make sure nothing else happened. Giant pushes it, vaguely in the middle. N-Flash does something to send it down, hits the corner, but the bounce is not quite perfect, and Mateo will drive it right back into first territory. N-Flash good upstairs, actually, and good play. Giant is slightly out of position, but N-Flash misses his aerial. Shy Valor misses his aerial. Mateo tries to punish it, but also misses the shot. Giant will push it back forward. Great little shot there, and Mateo is flying through the air now, trying to get that rebound. Shy Valor, another save, and another save by Shy Valor. He's on 8 for the game now. He is, so far, the best player in the match, bar none. And here's a good shot by Mateo that goes in.
Well, that's unfortunate for Flourish after a big series of saves there by Shy Valor. You hate to see a good challenge by Mateo, though, who was able to position his card in such a way that he was able to shoot it right toward the goal and create kind of an awkward situation for Flash.
It is, very well done. And we are under a minute to go now in this game. Game 4 of the best of 7 series. Enigma up 3-0 already in the series. And Flourish looking to avoid the sweep and possibly even put a reverse sweep up. And right now they are going to need a goal to prevent that from happening, as it is currently 2-1. That's a great centering pass from Flash. Shy Valor was back and needed to be back to defend. That was an interesting double commit effort there. Mateo attempts to play it off the wall. Shy Valor reads it fell and hits it off the ceiling. Giant follows up and tries to finish the game and put it away at 3-1, but isn't able to. And now, last chance saloon possibly for Flourish. He is demoed by Mateo. And Giant misses the off-the-wall play, tries to chip it forward. Good job, Shy Valor, and is cleared by Mateo. And that looks to be game, unless we have any sort of aerial happening. Giant in the corner. It very well could, but it will not. And that is the game. Mateo and Giant have beaten Flourish and won the Taylor University 2-on-2 Esports Rocket League Draft Tournament. And a huge congratulations. Indeed. Which I'm not sure if we have, but congratulations to Team Enigma for a well-fought match and a well-fought game. And we will see here if we can get them into the chat for a bit to talk to them and interview them, see how things went.
Well, it was kind of an interesting matchup there, Drew. I was really looking forward to just seeing how Flourish coming off of there. Like, they had that great chemistry, and if there was a team that was able to punish possible mistakes from Enigma, I think they were kind of the team to do it, especially tonight. They were just playing real well. They were in sync, and they were able to look at a few key chances, and they were able to put some in the back of the net, so it's kind of showing potential weakness from the other team there.
Agreed. And we now welcome into our broadcast Mateo of the winning team Enigma. Mateo, how you doing?
Hi, doing great. That was a great tournament. The Flourish, their defense is insane. Giant and I could not break past their defense. I don't know what happened during game 3 where we scored a few more, but I mean games 1, 2, and 4 we could not get past their defense. It was actually starting to drive Giant insane.
I thought it was really well done, really about how you guys continued to attack the entire game, and we're still pretty good back on defense too, even when you were countered.
Yeah, defense has always been Giant and I's like weak point, and so when we were put there, like we got counterattacked a few times in this series and the other series that we had on stream. That's where we conceded most of the time, but we like to try and keep a good offensive rotation going and keep our opponents in their own end.
It's certainly been said by my dad actually a lot that the best defense is a good offense, and I think Enigma certainly personifies that in many ways.
For sure. Yeah, I tried to get Giant in for the interview, but he said he was tired. It's past his bedtime, so he's going to bed. Yeah.
It's only 10 o'clock. Come on.
Yeah. Gotta get up early for church tomorrow.
Yes. So Mateo, who are some teams that you guys faced who you're kind of looking to for like future tournaments who you might think might give you guys a run for their money later on?
Yeah, definitely Flourish. I know both Flash and Shy Valor have played the game together for a very long time. They've pretty much learned the game together, and that definitely showed in this grand finals match, and it showed how they were able to hold on in overtime in their winner or their lower final match as well. Mm-hmm. If they stick with it, they have gone. I remember it was a year ago when I played with them for the first time, and they were about Diamond 1 level, and now they're Champ 2, I believe. And so they've gotten a lot better. If they continue with the game, they're going to definitely throw some teams off with how good they are.
Looking forward to that moving forward.
This draft event was interesting. I did not anticipate playing with my little brother. I knew that he had signed up, but I didn't anticipate playing with him. How the draft ended up working out was I was randomly selected, or all the captains were randomly selected, and the order that they picked in as well from the attendees. I happened to get the last spot in, or the last captain spot, so the last pick. So I was going to get whoever was left over. Mm-hmm. And Giant was actually drafted earlier in the tournament to another player, but so he was drafted, I think it was the second or third pick. And then the rest of the drafts went out, and there was 2 more picks. There was the captain before me and then me. And the captain before me, the person who drafted Giant, I got a message from him saying, "Hey, I'm not able to play anymore. Sorry." And so it's like, okay, well, we dropped the team. Giant went back to the draft picks pool. And the captain before me, I told him, all right, you could take Giant, who's a grand champion, or you could take this other person. I don't remember who exactly it was, who I believe was like Diamond 3. And they said that they wanted to go with the person who was Diamond 3 because it was their friend and they were hoping to play together. So then Giant fell all the way to me.
Interesting.
Which was not how it was intended, but quite the fun experience. I love playing Rocket League with my little brother, so.
Looked like you guys are having fun out there.
It was a lot of fun.
It's also interesting, too, how that kind of happenstantially, both of those outcomes of that draft kind of favored the chemistry side of the game.
Yeah, exactly. That's something I really noticed with this, is players had the option between, say, a champion level player or a platinum level player, and they choose the platinum level player because they wanted to be able to play with someone that they knew, someone who they had played with before, which really surprised me. There was several instances of that.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very interesting thing for sure. Mateo, you have connections with Psyonix, who was the original creator of Rocket League. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure, I'd love to. Yeah, I am contracted by Psyonix to run the official College Rocket League. So CRL for short runs every spring and fall. So we're in the middle of a CRL season right now. So I have the privilege of being able to organize the qualifiers and the league play and get to work with the college players who are the best of the best every season. And so yeah, that's my fun connection to Psyonix. I get to work with them.
That's a cool story. And do you kind of see that? Do you think you're going to hope to being a part of that system? Do you hope to like see later on like potential college students who eventually go pro in the sport?
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to see that. We just had actually our first one go pro a few weeks ago, Tristan from the dynasty that is Akron University. He just signed with E United, a esports organization. So he's playing professionally both in the college scene this season and in RLCS.
Interesting.
Nice.
Is he are they looking at him to replace Hoxer maybe, or is he kind of brought it on to like just get in the system?
That's what it's looking like. In the last few weeks, he's played in Hoxer's position.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's the first really big success story. There's a lot of other very, very, very talented players in CRL that could definitely make their way into the professional Rocket League scene.
That'd be cool to see going forward as the game continues to progress, especially after going free to play here.
Yeah, exactly. The free to play dynamic the dynamic has definitely changed within the game since it's gone to free to play. I love to see all the new players picking up the game. I was walking down the hall the other day in Bergwall and just saw, like, I think there's 2 or 3 rooms playing Rocket League, and it was like echoing through the hallway, and that was really neat to hear and neat to see these guys that like are playing this game that I love so much.
That's great to see.
And just as a reminder for anyone watching, really, if you are not playing Rocket League yet, you definitely should. Mm-hmm. Or if you are really good at Rocket League and want to get in contact with Mateo, join the Taylor Esports Discord. If you are watching on Twitch, just type !Discord. That's with a capital D at the very beginning, and then go ahead and introduce yourself in the introductions channel. It is a way for you to get involved and also get in communication with one of the best in the business, in this case.
Yeah, if anybody ever needs any help or if they want to queue up for some games, I'd love to do that. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for joining us here, Mateo.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate your willingness to come out and commentate, and it seems like it's been a great event.
No problem.
You're very welcome. So just as a final statement and reminder, Taylor University Esports Club has hosted this. The entirety of it is all being done by both alumni and current students. Special thanks to Gabe for running the broadcast, Owen for setting up the games, and everybody who participated in what turned out to be a brilliant tournament and a brilliant event. And for Tucker Germain, my co-commentator, and myself, I wish you all a good night and a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Indeed.